And now Maurice and I will take you home. Thanks to JP, Johnny B, Mike Calta Show. For getting our broadcast day up until this point. It was 9 years ago today that a hate-filled 29-year-old man shot and killed 49 people and wounded 53 more in a massacre at Pulse, a gay nightclub in Orlando, Florida. I want you to know I can fully understand that as most of you listening identify as straight. During this month of Pride, you might be annoyed, you might be weary, you might be put off by businesses, sports teams, radio personalities who hoist a rainbow flag in support of our LGBTQ plus friends. I get that. You view sexuality as something that should remain private, behind closed doors, if you will. And you don't like the fact that your Roy G. Biv has been hijacked by the LGBTQ plus community and used as a symbol of diversity and tolerance. You may have a somewhat puritanical view of sexuality in that you wish people would just leave it in the bedroom. I get where you're coming from. I might not agree with you, but I get where you're coming from. We are in a very interesting era. The pendulum, I believe, has shifted away from inclusion, acceptance, tolerance, and diversity into more of a this is the way I am, and if you're a different way, then you are my enemy. I don't like that. If you don't understand why there's still a Pride Month, if you don't understand why in this month of June, there are those of us who choose to identify ourselves as allies, who go out of our way to let our LGBTQ plus friends know that we are their friends, that we do stand with them. It was only 9 years ago that a gentleman who, by some accounts, was wrestling with his own sexuality, I believe an Islamic State follower who was dealing with or failing to deal with his own homosexuality, that led to him scouting out several venues. I believe he initially targeted the Disney Springs area and then settled on Pulse, a gay nightclub in a very gay city, Orlando, where I'm from, and decided to open fire and kill 49 people. The voice you heard in the beginning of the show, the eyewitness account, was my friend Ray Rivera, a.k.a. DJ Infinite. He was spinning at Pulse that night. We had him on our show the next morning as we broadcast from Orlando's WDBO, one of our sister stations. And Ray's been my friend since I've had my own talk show in 1996, 97. He would call my show as Hip Hop Trivia Ray and would call up. He couldn't believe that there was a white dude who knew as much about hip hop as I do. So he would call my show as Hip Hop Trivia Ray. And then we became friends, and we've kept in touch through the years. He was very lucky to make it out alive that night. He helped several people make it out of Pulse alive that night while stepping over the dead bodies of fellow partiers and revelers who had simply wanted to gather with like-minded individuals. When you see a Pride post and you go out of your way to spew negativity, you're standing with Omar Mateen, the gentleman who shot and killed 49 people. You're aligning yourself with his beliefs, whether you intend to or not. I don't think that you're the same monster who would go into a gay club and shoot and kill 49 people. but you've started down that path of dehumanization. You stand with him in that you think gay people are less than, in that they are to be mocked, that they are to be insulted, that they are to be discouraged from embracing their true identity and living their true life. When you say things like, I wish they'd stop shoving it down our throat. Why are we celebrating a mental illness? They are all groomers. And some of the other unfortunate and disgusting things that you spew, you are aligning yourself. You are planting your flag on the same hill that this gentleman did when he opened fire and killed 49 people. I want you to think about that. Doesn't mean you have to all of a sudden go, oh, I get it. I now get how a man looks at another man's hairy ass and says, oh, yeah, I got to have that. No, I don't expect that. I don't even expect you to be an ally. Be cool if you were, but I don't expect it from you. You don't have to change your morality. You don't have to change your moral code. You don't have to accept things that you find unacceptable. I would just ask that you find a place of compassion, understanding. I would ask that you just look at the calendar and realize it was less than a decade ago. So when you wonder why people like me, when you wonder why businesses, sports teams, etc., feel the need to display a rainbow flag for pride, it's because we are not 10 years removed from a possibly conflicted, hate-filled terrorist going into a gay nightclub and shooting and killing 49 people because of their sexuality. Okay? That's really how I wanted to start the show today. About 320 people inside a nightclub 9 years ago today, having the time of their lives, living it up, probably enjoying a Cosmo or two. It's a very gay beverage. Also a delicious beverage. And then shots were fired, hostages were taken, and a lot of people were killed, almost 50. I don't count Omar as a casualty in this situation. He died, but he died in a different way than those 49 people. He died justly when the Orlando Police Department gunned him down before he could take more lives. So you want to call and talk about it? That's totally cool. I'm not here to yell at you. I'm not here to tell you should be a way that goes against your religious beliefs. If you truly believe in a God that made you the way that you are and made someone else different than that, but you believe somehow that you have earned a higher moral ground because you like to stick your private parts someplace different than someone else likes to stick theirs. I don't really understand it. I try, but I don't. If you were raised in the church and you had parents who said things like, well, God created Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. Oh, okay. Again, to me, we are put here to love. It is one of the few things that is so uniquely human. It is one of the things one of the most beautiful things, if not the most beautiful thing that we as human beings get to do. We get to find love. Some of us, like Maurice and me, we find it multiple times throughout our lives. And just like you fell in love with a woman or several women, and a woman or several women fell in love with you, why is it that hard to believe that a man could fall in love with another man or a woman could fall in love with a woman? I get it. It's unfamiliar to you. It's foreign to you. It's alien to you. But just as you find the joy in fumbling around with the woman's private parts and trying to jam your hand down her corduroy pants, some dudes like to do that with other dudes. Some ladies like to do that with other ladies. It shouldn't be that difficult to understand, yet it is, and here we are. 800-771-1025 is our number. Good afternoon and welcome to Drew Garabo Live. Who are you?
Drew, I'm not going to give my name at this time, but I just wanted to say thank you for opening the show that way. It was very inspiring. I appreciate it. I had something that happened today. I won't go into details, but hearing you open the show that way on the radio today was awesome. So thank you.
Thanks. I'm sorry for whatever happened to you today, especially today on grim anniversary of one of the darkest days, in my opinion, in American history. It's a day that we should take a moment and love each other and show love to each other. And I'm sorry if something happened contrary to that.
I appreciate you, Drew.
No problem. Thank you. Gay robot, everybody. 800-771-1025.
I didn't want to give up nothing.
Hello,
can't give
Drew.
you my name. I can't give you the subject matter. All I can say is, well, I can't even really say that, but good on you.
Something happened today.
Yes, right.
It was tragic. I was with my gay robot boyfriend, and someone drove by in a Ford F-250 and said, hey, why don't you gay robot fudge packers go to hell? I was traumatized by it, Drew, and then I heard your words, and everything was fruity. Hello, Drew Garabo Live. How can I help you?
Fruity.
It's a great word. Hello? From the 321, decided not. Maybe they're anti-gay robot. Maybe they lost their nerve. Call us back, homie. Hello there. Welcome to Drew Garabo Live. How may I help you today?
Drew, how's it going, man? Adam.
Good, Adam. Thank you. Appreciate that. How's Steve?
Yeah, yeah, right. That's a good one. No, I just want to come from a perspective. I'm not gay in any way. Married with 2 kids.
I like that you felt the need to say that. Like you want me to have in my mind, like, this is a gentleman who is not gay. You're not gay in any. You've never watched Bravo once. You've never listened to an ABBA
maybe
song.
I've seen a couple things.
Come on, dude.
So
You've never popped a rod when
yeah.
you saw George Michael singing Father Figure on television. Come on, man. We're all gay in a little way.
In a little way, I guess. No, but I just thought, look, it's there's no excusable. No way to put what happened in Orlando okay in any way, whether you're gay, straight, what you believe in. But I just, you hit on the religious factor, and I am a Christian. And, I do believe that, it's a man and a woman, together. That's what God intended. But then that's between them and God to settle. If that's not for somebody to take their life and take hundreds of or many people's lives because something that they necessarily don't believe in,
I get that. Can I just ask, while it's fresh in my mind, like, okay, so in your belief, and I'm just asking, I'm not challenging you, I'm not saying you're wrong, I'm just asking.
Sure.
So in your mind, like God created man to fall in love with woman, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So then are gay people an accident? Are gay people created by the devil? Did God not create them too? Like, in your mind, in your value system, like, where do gay people fit in?
Well, I don't necessarily. I mean, yes, love is a big factor of it, but to be able to conceive a child, you are, to be able to progress this, for this generation, the mankind to go on, it has to happen between a man and a woman.
Well, sure.
And
well,
I'm not saying that
I'm with
love
you.
Each other.
Right. No, I'm with you on reproduction. Sure. You can't have a butt baby, and so I get, but so then, so people who choose not to procreate, people who choose not to have kids, we call them the fortunate ones.
Love who you want, Drew. I'm not saying that's wrong. Love who you want. It's I don't think it's necessarily. It's wrong in that aspect of it. Well,
okay, wrong. You say
exists,
wrong. What is wrong? And again, I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm arguing with you.
Well, just in Christianity and the views of a Christian, that's
do you honestly believe Jesus Christ himself, who seemed like a really solid dude, hung with lepers, clothed them, etc., hung with prostitutes, didn't judge them?
Or prostitute, he was surrounded by them.
Yeah. So you think JC? He would not have loved gay people? He would not have welcomed them into the kingdom of heaven?
Well, I don't think he wouldn't love them, Drew, because God does love everybody, whether you're gay, straight, anybody, but that in the Bible, it's not saying he doesn't love you. It's saying that it's not the way of the Bible and what was written in it, and God, it doesn't say anything that he won't love you for what you do. God will always love you. We sin more than anything. Where our lives are we're full of sinners. That's all we are, is sinners. But at the end of the day, if you give your life to Jesus, God will love you in the end, and God, that's just for you and God to sort it. I don't know how it happens. I haven't died.
All right, thank you. I don't think he was prepared to answer what I was asking him, Maurice.
I think he was just about getting there, Drew. I think he needed 3 more hours, and it was all gonna come to life.
I just find that so interesting that, like, your version of the Bible, your interpretation, somewhere in that book says man and woman good, man and man bad. But, like, if God created all of us, and I believe in a higher power, something created all of us, something instilled in us as humanity the need for love. And it's beautiful. Companionship. It's what we strive for. There are only 2 certainties. You're born and you're going to die. In between that time, the best thing you can do, in my opinion, is find love and eat really good meals, but that falls right into love. So then your version of love is you love a woman. But would God not have a presence in the man who at 12, 13 years old, instead of the way you fell in love with a woman, a dude falls in love with a dude? That God didn't do that? God made a mistake? The devil did that? Jesus didn't want that?
Mm-hmm.
This guy's answering along, and I'm not even talking to him. Who are you?
Drew, baby.
Okay, just one day in a row, sir. Thank you, Dr. O. I appreciate it, Dr. O, but let's not wear out the bit. Thank you. Hello, Drew Garabo Live. How can I help you?
Drew, what's up, my brother?
Hey, dude.
It's Ray, Infinite.
Oh my God, dude! Were you listening? That's so crazy. We played the clip of you right before the show of the interview you did with CNN. After you pulled those people out, I was going to text you earlier and ask you if you want to call in, but I didn't want to bug you. Man, thank you so much for calling, bro.
No, what's up, my brother? I call you every year. It's like our annual thing now.
It is, man. And for everybody who maybe just started listening, this is my buddy Ray. He was playing as a DJ at Pulse that fateful night when the shots rang out, helped people find safety, saw the tragedy unfold all around him. Does it get easier for you every year, Ray, or is it every year a constant reminder of what you had to witness and experience that night?
Drew, it's just that, now it's gotten to the point where it's just a constant reminder. My birthday was Tuesday. So every year around my birthday, I have to look forward to 2 days later, the whole, remembering what happened that day, It's just one of those things, bro. I like today, these days is where I don't work today. I'm just getting stuff done around my house, just trying to, and then it's funny because then people start tagging me in posts and then this and that. And then it's like, okay, well, I'm just going to jump off the computer for a little bit and just kind of, I saw your post today, brother, which I very, very well appreciate.
Of course.
That's why when you put the post up, that's why I was like, oh, I got to call Drew today.
Well, I always love talking to you. And like we've talked about in years past, we're both very fortunate to have come up in Orlando where diversity is a priority, where allegedly straight dudes go to gay clubs, et cetera. There's an environment of inclusion. And now we're in some scary times, Ray, where people are being discouraged from being who they are, where instead of loving each other, we're encouraged to heap hatred on someone because they're not aligned with you socially, politically, morally, ethically, whatever. And I think it's an important day to go, hey, let's dial it back. I get why companies are afraid to embrace pride because they value the bottom line more than anything else. But I also understand the importance of public figures, broadcasters, sports teams, corporations, et cetera, going, hey, let's not forget 9 years ago, almost 50 people were killed simply because they were gathering with gay people, lesbian people, bi, trans, whatever, queer, confused, questioning, whatever. And I think we need to kind of dial back the hateful rhetoric, at least for a day, right?
And, bro, with all the with all the Trump and DeSantis and all this, man, it's very disappointing. You go back, like you just said, go back about 8 years ago when everybody just hung out with each other. Didn't matter if you were gay, straight, pink, purple, yellow, green. It didn't matter. Everybody was just hanging out, and on that day, everybody was just hanging out, having a good time.
Yeah.
Everybody's political views, they go from, oh yeah, I love my gay people, and then all of a sudden they go, no, I hate gay people.
Right.
So I'm going to say this. I'm going to say it like maybe it's just how you feel that day. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But everybody I've ever dealt with, that are friends of mine, you love who you want to love. I don't care.
Nope.
You're still a friend of mine. You're still going to be a friend of mine, and I support you in everything you do.
Hell yeah, brother.
I used to get, being a straight guy DJing at a gay club. I did Pulse, I did Parliament House, Southern Nights, Savoy, all these places in Orlando. I DJ. It's not about. It's just, to me, it was just about making people dance.
Yep.
Forget about what they were doing. That if they had, they broke up with their girlfriend or had a fight or boyfriend, it was just come in, dance to some music, forget about what's going on, and just have a good time. And that's what everybody was trying to do on that day.
Yep.
And it just went, haywire.
Yeah, it did, Ray. And that's one of the reasons I feel the need to speak out this month, and especially today, in that when you see any social media post about pride, it is overrun with hate-filled people who, why do we need to celebrate a mental illness? What about this? What about, it's like, let's just relax. You don't have to understand it. You don't have to love it. But just let's all encourage each other to love each other. I think this world, we can all agree, this whole world would be so much better if we could learn how to understand and love each other instead of going, well, you're not like me, so I don't like you, or you don't share this part of my life, so I don't like you for that. We should celebrate our differences and try to understand them.
I think people just, aren't, how do I say this? Maybe not educated or don't understand.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And if they took the time to maybe understand, they would have a different mindset on gay, straight, LGBTQ people.
Yeah, no doubt. Brother. No doubt, man. I'm really glad to hear from you, dude. I'm so glad to hear your voice. I hope this day gets easier and easier for you every year, and I'm so glad you made the time to call, brother.
Yeah, bro. Like I said, today I'm just doing stuff around my house. I actually got the turntables ripped up, and I got the actual Cure vinyl. I was listening to the Cure earlier.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I was thinking about you at Wu-Tang the other night, and I was like, man, Ray and I, we were way early enlisters in that Wu-Tang Clan thing. I think you saw them in Orlando at like a nightclub, if I'm not mistaken, like 95, 96, right?
I got to actually DJ and open for them at House of Blues here in Orlando.
That's right.
When they came down for one of their tours at House of Blues.
Yeah, I knew I'd.
I was trying, bro. I was trying to get out there and try to go to that concert. It just, stuff didn't fall into place, and I was like, you know what? Maybe next time if they decide in 10 years to come back out and do another tour, I'll come, I'll catch them then. But I got to see them at House of Blues.
Yeah.
I got, House of Blues, a friend of mine used to DJ, and I used to go help him out. And we did Wu-Tang, we did Eminem, we did Big Pun and Fat Joe.
Hell yeah.
We did a bunch of people.
You the man. Ray, great hearing from you, brother. I hope today's great for you. I'm so glad you're still with us and that you survived that night, man. And thank you very much for offering your insight, brother.
All right, my brother. I love you.
Love you back,
Be
man.
Be easy and stay safe, brother.
You the man. That's Ray Rivera, DJ Infinite, the DJ the night of Pulse, which, man, to talk to him afterwards, you got that firsthand, like, that had to be something else. Hello there.
Hey, Drew. How are you? Mo, how are you?
Very well. Thank you. What's your name?
This is Brian.
Hi, Brian.
Really good discussion, man. And I totally agree with you. When can we all start loving each other and get rid of the hatred and just continue to try to move forward? I did want to get your perspective.
Sure.
From maybe from a scientific standpoint. So, if you're, I don't want to switch gears on it, but what's your stance on the trans thing and this whole thing that we've been dealing with the last, 5-10 years? And, you're born a male. Scientifically, we know that. Mm-hmm. And then you turn 18 and you say, oh, now I'm a female. I'm going to go play volleyball on the women's team.
Okay, so
what's your take on that? I'm just trying to get your understanding.
Sure, yeah, and I'll break it down for you real easy. I think the way that you laid it out is steeped in a lack of understanding of gender dysmorphia. You seem to follow the right-wing talking points. I don't mean to insult you, but just a lot of what you said, especially about trans people in sports. You don't have to disagree. It's true. About trans people in sports, you're just following the current narrative, if you will. And to be fair, I don't know what to do with women's sports. I don't think it's fair to have a biological woman competing against someone who was born a man. So we're aligned in that.
I agree.
But it does.
Yeah, understood.
But it does, Brian. A switch doesn't magically get flipped at 18, where someone goes, "Oh, now I want to be a woman." It starts much earlier than that. And I only have a casual familiarity with it because of people I know. Like Laura Jane Grace, who was born Tommy Gable, who was the front man for Against Me, the punk rock band, and then struggled with gender identity through his whole life, dressed like a girl starting as a teenager, and struggled with that, and then went through the transformation and is now living an authentic life, a happier life as Laura Jane Grace. So knowing Tommy and knowing Laura like that, and now seeing her live her true existence helped me understand that for a lot of people, not all of them, for a lot of people, they struggled with confusion when it came to gender. Born a man, but feeling like a woman. Those people who identify as that should be encouraged to do what makes them happy. It doesn't hurt you. It doesn't hurt me. We may not understand it. I was born a man. I sometimes feel like a man. I never feel like a woman. Sometimes I feel like he is me. I want to be like Mike, if you will, but Gatorade ain't going to help that. But no, it's a complex issue. And I think the more it gets put out there into the mainstream, probably the more it affects kids who go, well, maybe I want to be trans too. That seems like a cool thing to be. There is a certain element of that, but I think overall people should be encouraged to be who they are. And if a young lady doesn't feel like she's a lady, she's a man, and she wishes to live her life as a man, awesome, dude. Doesn't make no never mind to me.
Agreed. No, 100% agree. I don't disagree with that. You know, I've had friends that are dealing with this in other states and locally too.
Yeah.
When I'm trying to get your specific feedback on the sports thing, where, you know, this lady goes and dominates her whole entire softball league, but she's really a dude. She's calling herself Stacy. So I just wanted your feedback.
Yeah, I don't know what to do there.
Because you admitted that you don't agree with it either. I don't think.
Yeah, well, I don't play women's sports, and I don't have a daughter who does, so I don't have skin in that game. But if I did, I'd be super pissed off if my daughter was running the 440 relay or was Greco-Roman wrestling or whatever and was a state champ 3 years in a row. And then her senior year, she's got to wrestle against someone with a biological advantage. I'd be super pissed. I don't know if I'd be going all Riley Gaines, but I'd be super pissed about it. So I don't know what you do. Do you exclude trans people from sports? Do you make an entire trans sports league? I'd watch that. 800-771-1025. Hello, who are you?
Hey, it's Greg.
Hi, Greg.
Hey, so I just wanted to touch base with what you had said with the caller that said he was a Christian, and you had said, where do gay people fit into the conversation? So I wanted to give you my opinion and my view on it, and just see what you think about it. Yeah. So, I am a Christian, and with my view, if a gay person loves Jesus, he seeks him, follows him in faith and humility, I believe, yes, that they absolutely can go to heaven, because heaven isn't a reward for moral perfection. It's more of a gift of grace. If someone tries to draw hard lines, you just remember in the Bible, because if you're a Christian, you believe in the Bible, the thief on the cross next to Jesus wasn't baptized. He didn't live a holy life, and he had no time to change his behavior. But Jesus told him, today you will be with me in paradise.
Oh, I didn't know there was a thief next to Jesus. I'm learning something new.
Yeah. Did he say Jesus didn't live a perfect life?
Is that what you said?
No, the thief on the cross next to Jesus didn't live a perfect life.
I got you.
Barabbas.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard of him.
Yeah.
Was he the thief next to Jesus?
He was one of the guys. It was two guys. There was one on either side of him.
Could he see Peter's house from up there too?
Stop it.
Okay, it's just one of my favorite jokes. Peter. And here's something I find fascinating. Can a priest who molested altar boys repent before his death and be welcomed into the kingdom of heaven?
In my opinion, yes, he can.
That is insane. What? You got to be kidding me.
It also states in the Bible that Sorry. It also.
Go ahead, Mo.
I was just going to say, I don't think on your deathbed, having lived your entirety of life molesting kids, you can have a heartfelt and honest repentance. And I believe that would be read. I don't believe that merely going, oh, I'm dying, so now I'm sorry for the things that I did because I want to get into heaven, get you, if that's what you believe, into a heaven. I do not believe that it's that simple. The guy, if you look at what the Bible, if you're talking about the guy that was on the cross, the thief that was on the cross.
That's Barabbas,
Yeah. It might not be Barabbas. It might have been the other guy.
Pontius Pilate.
No, he's a different guy.
Damn it.
There was a genuine remorse and repentance that Jesus read into. So these people that think you can live your life, blah, 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 and then at the last minute, damn it, I'm sorry. And listen.
That's not technically what I'm saying. Like, I think that if there is genuine remorse and you genuinely have a heartfelt, come to Jesus moment with him and you are on your deathbed, but I mean, who are we to say that he's not having a come to Jesus moment and he's not being heartfelt? That's
you're right.
That's between him and God.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, and I guess either we'll never know or we'll realize when we leave this life behind and go on to the next. But I like your attitude, man, and I appreciate the dialogue very much. We may not agree on everything, but I certainly do value discourse, especially of the passionate kind. So thank you.
Yes, sir. Have a good day, guys.
You too, man.
Thanks.
800-771-1025. Great tweet from Randy Hahn. When people go out of their way to say terrible things or say things like, why do they need a month? All they need to do is realize what they just complained about. And that's exactly it. Every single person who leaves a negative comment about Pride Month, you are the reason we still have a Pride Month. Until you realize love is love. Look, I'm not a fan of Fazoli's. If I see Fazoli's make a post, hey, it's Breadstick Month, I don't feel the need to go on there and go, your microwave lasagna sucks. I just go, there are people who like Fazoli's.
Losers.
Now, judge not lest ye be judged. In fact, Stouffer's frozen lasagna was up on the cross next to Jesus.
Oh.
Thievery. Hello, who are you?
Hey, what's up? It's Frank.
I don't know why I chose Fazoli's. I don't hate Fazoli's. I'm sorry to the Fazoli's crew out there. It's the first thing I could think of.
It's fun to say Fazoli's.
I want to go to Red Lobster. Applebee's, better example. All right. In Riblets, we trust. Hi, what's up, Frank?
Yo. So the Catholic people have way more problems than just the gay people. Like, there's so many people that are not going to be accepted to the kingdom of heaven or whatever because their standards are so high. Basically, they think they're the only religion. I think most religions think that.
I think just about every religion thinks that they're the only religion. Like, they begrudgingly accept that other religions exist, but secretly, I think most organized religions, if not all, look at other organized religions and go, psh, y'all are getting it wrong.
So that's already that's not the, like you were saying, like how Jesus would accept a gay or trans person, because he loves everyone. Like, he's going to love people that are not, of a certain denomination. So I don't know. There's a lot of flaws in the church, but
oh, yeah.
I wanted to touch on the pride thing or the women's sports things too.
Uh-huh.
So, okay, let's just say that I'm not trans, I'm a male, I'm 100% a male, right? Like, what's the difference if I just try to go join the WNBA? Like,
right.
do I have to take hormones and, cut my parts off, or can I just, say that I'm a woman even though I'm not and then be a guy and go play basketball with all the women?
No. In the women's NBA, WNBA, if you will, you must be a woman to play. I believe there are currently 0 trans players and 0 biological males in the WNBA.
True. Well, then, okay, that makes sense. All right. Good time.
I don't think that was too much of a reach. How many men are in the WNBA? There are no men in the WNBA. The WNBA, which, by the way, I blocked a WNBA player's shot in a game, in a charity basketball game, and it remains one of my top 5 athletic highlights of all time because I told her to get her bitch ass back to the kitchen. She did not care for that. I also fed Greg Kite with an alley-oop. Those of you who may remember old school basketball, remember Greg Kite from the Orlando Magic and Boston Celtics, Doc and Johnny in Orlando on Y106 had a charity basketball event, and Greg Kite was on my team. She didn't see me coming either, to be fair. I came from behind. She was shooting a jump shot, and like many women do, she brought the ball back like that, and I was coming from behind. I just went, bam! Get your bitch ass back in the kitchen! Woo! In my mind, I said that. Out loud, I said, I'm sorry, ma'am. Hello, Drew Garabo here. Who are you?
Rob.
Hi, Rob.
Hello. And I was just tuning in, listening to your show.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Rob.
And I said this is interesting conversation y'all got going on over about
Thank you.
the gay stuff.
Yes, sir.
And I do have a question.
Fire away.
I have a question is that all the people.
You okay,
look
Rob?
At,
you
if all the
distracted?
people look at.
You distracted? You doing something? You doing a Rubik's Cube right now? Like, what's going on, man?
Well,
why don't we have your full attention?
You see, let me turn the radio down.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, sorry.
Let me turn the radio down.
Yeah, you go right ahead,
Okay,
Rob.
so the people who say that they are gay and that they're confused, but the people who say that they like gay people and they find nothing wrong with them. I ask the question is, was they born from a gay person, from a gay couple?
Was they born from a
They're obvious. They wouldn't be here. That's an easy question. It answers itself. Now, then the next question, they had a caller call in, mentioned something about Christians and this stuff and that stuff. But the question is, does Jesus, God, does he love and does he hate? Does God hate? That's a question.
Do you think God hates?
Yes, God hates.
What does he hate?
God told Jacob, I love, but Esau I hate, because Esau traded his birthright off to Jacob. So God does put hate out there for us to accept it. And also God say, be not unequally yoked with the unbelievers. Meaning that if you do not believe that God is God, and you do not believe that a man is a man and a woman is a woman, you do not hang with those people, because those people will influence you. The same thing as a child growing up into the world and dealing with a female dealing with a drug dealer. Eventually, she's going to cleave to that because she's in that environment. Her family would prefer that she find a gentleman who's not into drugs than one who into drugs. If you're dealing with a gay person and you have a gay friend, that gay friend is going to influence you and tell you these are the things, is better way. If you have a breakup, you should come join my side.
Sir,
That's
Rob,
what gay people going to.
It's not.
They're going to influence you
Rob,
to do such a thing.
My man. I have had many a dinner and many a meal and even many an alcoholic beverage with gay people. Not a single one, but 90% of them had zero interest in converting me into the land of the gay. The 10% who may have tried to convert me found that I'm just not wired that way. I would love to be that way. Don't get me wrong. Being a contrarian, especially on this radio station, dude, I would love to tell you that I'm gay. I would love to get on this radio every day and talk about, ass and how much I love it and man body and everything. I'm just not wired that way. I love the female form. I love everything about a woman, but I also understand that in the same way that I love women, there are dudes who do look at dudes and go, that is not only a handsome man, that is a man with whom I'd like to have sex. Do you think that sexuality is something you're born with, Rob, or do you think it's something you choose?
That is something that you.
Okay.
It's a combination of both.
So you chose to be with the woman. You had sexual desires for a man, but you chose to ignore that, and you chose to find women sexually attractive then, yes?
Let's amplify your question, because it's a compound question. It takes two answers to answer your question. Let's separate. Let's break it down. Your question required to, if
a man have sex desire for another man, is it coming from God or is it coming from the devil? Let's divide that up.
All right.
Because we got good and bad. We're going to take your question and say, if a man have sexual desire for another man, or vice versa, another woman, that's coming from the devil. God did not put that in the man. We must realize that the devil has power. The devil can, first thing, he works on a human mind. Then once he changes the mind, he changes the heart. Then the heart going to go after the same sex. You understand now?
So you're
That's
telling
when
me,
people-
just so we're on the same page here, Rob, every gay person, both man and woman, who finds the same sex attractive, they are not people of God. They are people of the devil, even though they might go to church. They might celebrate the same Jesus you do. They do stuff for charity. They love their fellow man. They don't take the name of the Lord in vain. They don't covet neighbors or wives or asses or anything like that. Those people were created by the devil simply because they find the same sex attractive, Rob?
That is, you just said that is exactly true. Let me ask you this question. Is there any such thing, since you mentioned church people, is there any such thing as a gay Christian?
Yes, absolutely.
No, there's no such thing as a gay Christian. That's a lie that the devil puts out and that y'all grab hold to that. There's no such thing as a gay Christian. First of all, a person who believes in God and Jesus.
So let me just throw this one at you then, my man, because I'm trying to find some common ground. Who is more aligned with the devil? A person who loves a man who loves another man, goes to church 5 days a week, volunteers his time to feed the poor, helps charities, etc., lives a Christian life in every way, but happens to love another man. That guy, or someone who grew up in the church, someone who went to parochial school, someone who attended church all the time so that they could molest little boys, but they identify as straight. They brought children into the world, but they molest little boys using their power in the church, but they're Christian and they identify as heterosexual. Who's closer to the devil there?
They both are the devil.
Okay.
But because both of them are committing a crime, biblically and the law of the land. But the gay person who you made an example of, is he or she is into church and this for, they are still, don't you know that the devil went into church business?
I know the devil went down to Georgia.
Oh, yeah.
He was looking for a soul to steal. Yes,
and the devil went into church business. That means if you at a church and the preacher up there is not preaching God's word, is telling you that it's wrong, that you would not enter the kingdom of God. God do not accept gay people. That's why there's no such thing as a gay Christian.
Oh, there are many. My man, you are sadly mistaken. There are millions.
If you're reading the Bible, now if you're going on your personal views.
No, not my personal view. Millions of gay Christians. Yes, Maurice, what do you have to say to Rob?
Is it your contention that anybody that commits what you say the Bible deems a sin cannot be a Christian?
Let's stay on topic.
That's exactly on topic.
That's what we're talking about.
Is it your contention that anybody that commits what the Bible deems a sin cannot be a Christian?
You're not on the same topic. Let me break.
Rob, answer the question. No, Rob, you got to answer the question. Is anyone who commits a sin?
Wait a minute now. I'm going to break it out. You can understand. If we're talking about an engine, don't talk about the transmission. If we're talking about
cars, though. No. My man, your analogy sucks. We're talking about cars. We're talking about cars. No.
All right. Well, yeah, but if we're talking about gay people.
Rob, let me ask you this. I'll keep it simple. Have you ever received oral from your wife?
We're not talking about straight people.
Have you ever asked her to kiss it? Rob?
We're not talking about straight people. We're talking about gay people.
Rob, I'm talking about straight people. I'm talking about you. Rob, has your wife ever kissed it?
If we're talking about straight people or we're talking about gay people?
Straight people, you. I'm talking about you, Rob. I'm talking about you. Has your wife ever kissed it?
But the conversation is not about straight people.
It is.
Rob, it's my show. I'm telling you what the conversation is. You closed-minded, Bible-thumping, hypocrite, bigot. Has your sodomite wife ever kissed it? She is burning in hell. She is a sodomite. She is a sinner. She kissed it. She is a sodomite.
So she can't be Christian.
You're not talking about gay people. You're talking about all types of people.
Dude, listen, dude.
I pity you, brother.
You called up saying that gays cannot be Christians because they are committing a sin that is based in the Bible. So we are giving you a correlation. Does that mean if anybody commits a sin that is deemed a sin in the Bible, they can't be Christian? It's the exact same thing.
You just want to tweak the words because it's not convenient for you. We're poking holes in your lousy argument, Rob. Your wife is a sodomite. And so are you.
Wait a minute. Let me ask you this way then. If there's different levels in the sin, yes, I'm gonna answer that for you. What you
different
have
levels. So you can conveniently tweak the level of morality as it pertains to your morality.
Okay, then. Well, watch this one then. Let me pitch this at you.
Go ahead.
Have you ever heard of Abomination?
Yeah, man, he was a great president, dude. Right. We had 8 great years, man, and look what it led to. The cesspool we're in right now.
You're listening to Drew Garabo live on 102.5 The Bone. Download the free Bone app to listen to us anywhere. Sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate. Get your guaranteed offer at markspain.com. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
Looks like that earlier traffic crash we had at 4th Street North and 83rd Avenue North has been cleared. Unfortunately, the storms are rolling in right now, causing some other accidents. We do have one off to the side, northbound on Howard Franklin Bridge. It is not blocking any lanes, but of course it is causing a slowdown. Also, traffic crash Hillsborough Avenue West at Anderson Road. If you are heading that direction, expect to slow down. Still seeing slowdowns in the usual spots on the interstates. Bridges right now still looking good. I'm Ashley with traffic.
With the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, you can receive an all-cash offer and move when you're ready. No showings, no open houses, no stress. Call 855-299-SOLD or go to markspain.com and start packing.
Jersey College is a nursing school where faculty know how to give you the resources and support you need with encouragement and real connection.
Hi, my name is Ebony and I'm a graduate of Jersey College. I felt like Jersey College truly cared about me. This experience was a life changer for me. It's a great feeling. You have to try. Don't doubt yourself. If I can do it, anybody can do it.
Classes are enrolling now at our campuses in Tampa, Largo, Brooksville, Naples, and Port Charlotte. Apply now at jerseycollege.edu.
Pin Chasers is a guaranteed good time this summer. Get out of that heat, get out of the rain, get into some air-conditioned fun. 4 area locations for you. 1 in Pasco, 1 in Brandon, 1 off the Hillsborough Veterans, and 1 on Armenia. Go to pinchasers.net to check out their nightly specials and to reserve a lane. Always free shoe rental, free socks as well at Pin Chasers.
The bigger, better, faster summer event is on at Jerry Ohm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Get deals on over 1,000 vehicles in stock during the Employee Pricing Plus event. Save up to $15,000 on new 2025 models, and your first 3 payments are on us. And don't forget to visit our website and enter for your chance to win a new Ram 1500. It's all happening at the #1 Ram dealer in the U.S., Jerry Ohm. Tampa is Ohm Country. Online at jerryohm.com. Call 1-800-840-0798 for complete details.
At Mayo Clinic in Florida, we are conquering the unconquerable. Our experts are leading the way with innovative regenerative medicines and biotherapeutics that can repair diseased, injured, or defective tissues and organs to help treat people with chronic medical conditions. We're making more possible at Mayo Clinic because every day we're doing what's never been done. Learn more at mayoclinic.org/possible. Mayo Clinic, you know where to go.
Brandon Honda is having its biggest used car event of the entire year. Hi, I'm Sam Robbie. Right now at Brandon Honda, get certified pre-owned vehicles from $6,900, backed up with a real nationwide lifetime warranty. Get CRVs from $15,000, HRVs $14,000, Accords $12,000, and get certified Civics from an incredible $9,000. We're approving all credit applications, plus make no payments for 90 days. Get all the facts at BrandonHonda.com.
Call 813-527-9308 for more information.
Mike Calter for my friends at Lifeguard Imaging. Believe it or not, Father's Day is right around the corner. And fellas, if you're tired of getting socks, ties, or yet another dozen golf balls, listen up. This year, ask for something that actually matters, the gift of a long, healthy life. Lifeguard Imaging is making that easy with their biggest offer ever for Bone listeners. When you sign up for their legacy program, you get a second membership, perfect for your spouse, a friend, or anyone you care about, for 50% off. Everybody wins with an offer like this. The Legacy program gives you early scans that can detect heart disease, cancer, and other silent killers early, giving you time to take action and do something about it. Take the guesswork out of your health. Be proactive versus reactive with what's going on inside your body. Here's a scary stat. In 30% of all heart attacks, the first symptom is sudden death, but it doesn't have to be that way. Lifeguard Imaging uses high-accuracy CT scans to spot trouble before it starts or it's too late. This deal ends Father's Day, so don't wait. Go to lifeguardimaging.com and sign up today. It could save your life or someone you love. Lifeguard Imaging, saving lives through early detection.
Hey, Bay Area, Randy here for Sun Toyota. We've got nearly 1,000 RAV4s, Tundras, Tacomas, Camrys, and Corollas in stock now. Drive select new models with smoking hot prices and low leases available. Plus, get a free grill or smoker during Father's Day weekend when you purchase a new Toyota. Because when you make it Sun Toyota, we make it happen.
Sun, Toyota.com.
Call 800-639-3367 for more details.
Downtown St. Pete got a whole lot thirstier. It's the grand opening of Thirsty First at our new location on Central Avenue. Catch the UFC fights, cruise through a DJ, or relax in the upstairs VIP lounge. There's something for everyone. Come check out our new vibe. You're gonna love it. Thirsty First.
Do you feel like you suffer from grocery store fatigue? John Senning here for Wild Fork. I've been there. You walk around, you go, I've cooked all of this a million times. Well, with Wild Fork, you will have more options than you can comprehend, from giant cuts of beef like a Thor's hammer, tri-tip, picanha, wild game like elk, rabbit, duck, venison. And if you want to get real fancy, they've got cuts of Wagyu with locations in South Tampa, West Chase, and St. Pete. Get it delivered, pick it up in store, go on a shopping spree. WildForkFoods.com.
There may be toxic chemicals in your water, and it's not going away. PFAS, also called forever chemicals, have contaminated water systems in communities across the U.S., linked to cancer and other serious illnesses. They stay in your body for years. If you've been exposed and later diagnosed with kidney cancer, testicular cancer, or ulcerative colitis, call Morgan & Morgan. We're investigating cases now, and you may be entitled to compensation. There's no cost to start, and you don't pay unless we win. Call 1-800-555-6666. That's 1-800-555-6666. Or visit forthepeople.com/PFAS. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Offices Orlando and throughout Florida.
If you are 50 or older, it is recommended that you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia, a potentially serious bacterial lung disease that can disrupt your life for weeks. If you're an adult 19 to 49 with certain underlying medical conditions like asthma, diabetes, chronic heart disease, or COPD, vaccination is also recommended. Talk to your doctor about vaccination today and learn more at lung.org/protectyourself. Furnished by the American Lung Association in collaboration with Pfizer.
If you need to hire, you know it takes time. Well, what if you could meet with qualified candidates the very next day? Now you can with Zip Intro from ZipRecruiter. You simply pick a time and it does all the work of finding and scheduling qualified candidates for you. Then you choose who you want to talk to and meet with great people on back-to-back video calls as soon as the next day.
Try Zip Intro for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. Zip Intro. Post jobs today. Talk to qualified candidates tomorrow.
This Saturday, join the Myco Radio Show live from Sun Toyota on US 19 in Holiday from noon to 2 p.m. and get your summer grilling on. Every vehicle purchase comes with a free grill or smoker. Plus, you can win tons of prizes. If you've been waiting for the best time to buy, it's now. We'll see you there.
When it really matters, choose Farrah & Farrah. Here for you, here for good. Tampa.
Got a burned out light switch or broken outlet or breakers that keep flipping? Just call for a Bolt electrician online at boltelectric.com.
Now, a weather update from the Sun Toyota Weather Center.
Sun, Toyota.com.
I'm Fox 13 Chief Meteorologist Paul Delgado. Another busy evening underway. Showers and thundershowers gradually ending overnight. Some rain heavy. Low temperatures in the mid-70s. Coming up on Friday, a repeat. Showers and thundershowers in the afternoon. High temperatures in the low 90s.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine. Accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Now, back to Drew Garabo Live.
I've had relations
Thanks a lot for holding during the break, so many of you. As much as I might dislike a gentleman like Rob and his mentality, that's a heat seeker right there, and he got some response. Let's get to your calls about his reaction on this somber anniversary of Pride and Pulse in Orlando. What's up, Marty? Welcome to Drew Garabo Live. How you doing, bud?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good, man. Thank you. What can we do you for?
I used to be a lot like your last caller. I'm still a Christian. I'm still religious. I read my Bible.
Awesome.
But I look at it this way. Yes, the Bible does say that homosexuality is an abomination. And that being said, yes, in the Bible it is a sin. That being said, I don't worry about other people's sins. I tend more these days to focus more on my own sins.
Sure.
Jesus did say in the Bible that not one sin is greater than the other.
Oh.
So I tend to look more on my sins than somebody else's anymore. And in some cases, I do think that some people are born, as you say, wired the other way.
Yeah.
I do think that's possible. I leave it, that's whatever they do, that's between them and God.
Yeah.
And that's not for me to
there you go.
To say one way or the other.
I respect that. Take that splinter out of your eye before I put a plank in mine or something like that.
Yeah.
I think that's somewhere in the Proverbs or something. That's a good way to live your life.
Well, in the Bible, it says, judge not lest ye be judged. So you should, if you're a Christian, you should always have thought, it's not my concern.
800-771-1025. And look, I would never try to tell that guy he's got to understand it and got to accept it. You live your life the way you want. It's just the need to judge other people or put them down or what? Why? Because they don't think the same way you do? They don't find the same things attractive? Hello, Anthony. What's up? Welcome to Drew Garabo Live.
Hey, Drew. I really enjoyed that conversation with that gentleman. I would just like to say that I ain't gay no more.
I like women's.
Women's.
I like women's.
Now I feel like y'all just mocking them.
I mean, he did kind of sound like the I ain't gay no more guy. Hello there. Who are you?
Hey, this is Nick. Hey, Drew. Hey, Mo.
How you doing, bro?
I'm doing great. I think this is my first time calling in since the shows got mixed up, and I've loved the new show.
Mixed up. I like that. That's a good way. Like, hey, that's my first time calling in since you guys screwed everything up there at the bone, but I love it.
Well, you guys all got swapped around.
Oh, I know.
It didn't really change, just mix.
Yes, it did.
But, I'm a bi man who's married to a woman. And I don't really go flaunting my sexuality around, so I hear some of the most egregious stuff, especially being a blue-collar worker.
And dude, I imagine like you and your wife out with other couples and they think, oh, this guy's hetero. I can drop the F word for gay people. And I could say, you must, secretly, you must kind of burn a lot,
Yeah, it kills me. But every year on Pride Month, I paint my nails the rainbow colors. And I always love to see the people who are for the first time figuring it out and watch that moment as they reel through their head of everything that they've ever said to me and try to check themselves. It is the best time of the year every year.
Hell yeah. Dude, I love that, man. Hey, thanks a lot for the call. Appreciate you, dude. 800-771-1025. Judy, what's up? Welcome to Drew Garabo Live.
Hey, first time I've called in. I love you guys.
Thank you.
I just now got my blood pressure back down, I think. Oh, my gosh.
That guy was something else. And, Mo and I were talking about off the air. That's a dude who, was just scanning, probably rented a car at the airport, scanning the radio dial, and then here's some idiot like me, spewing about Adam and Steve and Adam and Eve, and he's like, oh, no way, man. I can't handle this gay propaganda. I got to call up with my point of view. And guess what? As heated as it may have gotten, I'm very glad that he called in because it spawned an even more intense discussion about how important it is to understand that, like it or not, if God created us, God created gay people too, and there are millions of gay Christians.
Exactly. The fact that man claims to be Christian but can tell someone else that they are not a Christian tells me all I need to know. And he is probably just like all the people, and the reason I left the church.
Ooh.
I still talk to Jesus every day. I know where I'll go when I leave here. I'm not sure it's heaven, but I know it's going to be a better place than here.
Yeah.
I just and love is love, and I thank you for using your platform to get it all out. I shared your post today.
Thank you.
I just love you guys.
Appreciate
Thank you so
that.
much.
Thank you, sweetheart. And thank you for sharing the post. I put up a post on the Drew Garabo Live Facebook page. And thanks to everybody who's given me feedback, by the way. Ian Beckel sent a really nice text after the monologue, which was super nice. So thank you, Ian. I appreciate that. It means a lot. Everyone, we love having fun on this show. We love goofing around and talking about fun stuff, but on a very somber and grim, morbid anniversary, I think it's important to just pump the brakes a little bit on this anti-pride rhetoric.
Sure.
God, look at any post about pride, and it is, 85, 90% of comments of, why are we celebrating mental illnesses? Groomers, they want your kids, Nobody wants your ugly kids, okay? Straight people, gay people, lesbian people, bi people, trans people. Nobody wants your ugly kids, okay? If you get lucky, your kid will grow up and find love, whether that's with a man, a woman, whatever. We should want our kids to love and be loved.
You're familiar with the Bone Better News, right?
I listen every day around 6.
I am about 16 to 20 stories in on adults molesting kids, and I have not one trans person yet.
Yeah, we do keep a scoreboard, and we have not found, and not saying it doesn't happen, but just the majority would identify as Christians. Hello, who are you?
Hey, this is Matthew.
Hi, Matthew.
How are you?
Awesome.
First time caller ever to your radio station.
Hell yeah. I'm glad you finally called, man. Thank you.
Been waiting for my call for months, I know.
I have.
So for my opinion is that if you have said for all of your life, I reject Christ, it doesn't matter on your deathbed if you suddenly say, oh, I believe in him. You said no all of your life. You're not going to have the opportunity to say yes. In my belief as a Roman Catholic, I've listened to our previous Pope who said, who am I to judge? Which I believe. Who are we to judge other than my rights end at the bridge of my nose?
What if I don't reject Christ my whole life, but what if my whole life I'm just not sure? Like I'm confused, I'm spiritually confused. And then I don't know, I get to my 60s or so and I go, you know what, man, I got to say, I was all wrong. Jesus is our Lord and Savior. I'm going to give my life to him. Then I can get in. I'm good to go. My name's going to be on the guest list up in the pearly gates. +1.
I would say yes. If you have said, look, I think I've made some mistakes in my life, which we all have.
Oh my God, yeah.
Because the only person that I know that hasn't, or I believe that hasn't, was Christ.
I bet even he screwed up a couple of times.
Christ took the place of Barabbas. So Barabbas wasn't the other thief on the cross.
Oh.
But there was another thief on the other side. So there were 3 crucified on that day.
Oh, man.
Christ, the one thief that said he was sorry for what he had done, so he gets to go to the kingdom of God.
Yeah.
The third thief said to you, I don't believe in you. If you're Christ, take us down off of this cross. Christ.
Oh, the phone was. Yeah, Gestus and Dismas. That's who they were. I just Googled it.
If I'm that second thief, I would have been like, yeah, man, well, what are you doing here? What do you mean you're the son of God? Let's go.
So Saint Dismas, the penitent thief, asked Jesus to remember him when he entered the kingdom, and Jesus promised him paradise. The other king was the impenitent thief, sometimes known as Gestus. He mocks Jesus on the cross.
Yeah.
Jeez. That's heartless.
I believe when Dismas said, remember my name, he said, new phone, who this?
Mocking Jesus on the cross. Dang. Hey, how you doing? Does that hurt? Hey, I got a new band you want to listen to. 9 Inch Nails. Take that one. They weren't around yet. Hello, who are you?
Hey, I'm Joe.
Hi, Joe.
All right, I'm super confused because you guys said something earlier.
Oh.
So is getting a BJ a sin?
So is sodomy the act of giving or get? I think both involved in the activity are sodomites, I believe.
I'm going to hell.
Well, sodomy is also that other thing, too.
The butt stuff, right?
Yeah, right.
Well, yeah. Mouth or butt. Oh, is receiving.
Those were the three lands that got ravaged by hellfire.
Sodom, Gomorrah.
And butt stuff.
And butt stuff.
Bill.
That's true. Hello there. Who are you?
Chris.
Hi, Chris. What's up, buddy?
Hey, so a sin is a sin. No matter if you lie or if you commit murder or if you cheat or if you're gay, it doesn't matter. Most of these Christians and Catholics that are calling in right now don't realize that the fact that Jesus died on the cross because of their sins for a purpose. So a sin is a sin, no matter how. There is no scale when it comes to God.
Well, no. I would say that you're wrong, because if there was no scale, the Bible wouldn't have designated these 7 deadly sins.
Right.
So there is a scale.
Yeah, the 7 of them are deadly, and then the other ones are like, non-lethal.
Yeah, he picks out 7 sins that are deadly.
Those are the real bad ones. But the other ones are pretty bad.
Yeah.
And you have the 10 Commandments, right?
Well, sure. And there's a fuzzy area when it comes to saying God damn it, because some people are like, oh, that's blasphemy. But then some people like me, it's not blasphemy. I'm asking God to damn something. If I stub my toe
interesting,
and I say, God damn it, I'm not taking the Lord's name in vain. No, I am asking God to damn that ottoman that had the audacity to crash into my little toe. Not at all am I. And if I say, Jesus Christ, and somebody cuts me off in traffic, well, I'm not blaspheming. I am merely asking for help from some people's Lord and Savior to not kill that person. Like, Jesus Christ, please help me find the patience not to kill this man. Jesus. Oh, Jesus. God. Damn him. Hello.
I don't think you're supposed to call on God to do every little thing. Exact your revenge.
Look, man, if we're gonna ask for his services and blessing people when they sneeze, I'm gonna call him up whenever I need him.
I'm just saying, God's not your personal goon.
Hello, I'd like to cite the song by Depeche Mode, "Personal Jesus," like a personal pan pizza. Someone to hear my prayers. Someone who's there. Hello.
Hi, thank you for taking my call.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Yep.
It's amazing in listening to people trying to talk about Christians and Catholicism and how their differences are. The two things that we're talking about are Old Testament and New Testament.
Okay.
So the Old Testament was about sodomy, and it was about Gomorrah. It was about the gays. It was about all this stuff, right? So when Jesus came about, in John 14:6, he said, I'm the way, the truth, and the light. Nobody gets to the Father except through me.
Yeah.
Right? But in John 1:9, he says, if you confess your sins to me and you believe that I am the Christ, the Son of the living God, then all your sins will be forgiven.
Oh.
John 1:9.
Can there be gay Christians?
There can be, as long as they acknowledge God and say, forgive me for my sins. Then I believe in my heart that as long as they acknowledge their sins and they look to God and they say, hey, I believe in you. I believe there's an afterlife. I believe in whatever you're preaching, whatever's going on in the Christianity world.
Yeah.
I believe that.
All right. So then after you're done with your gay sex, acknowledge that you did sodomy. Just, whether it's face to face or from behind, just turn over and go, my dear, we have just committed sodomy. It is a sin. I acknowledge that. Thank you. I acknowledge that as well. And it was wonderful. God bless. God bless. And then you're going to heaven. It's that simple. And do the same thing with heterosexual sodomy. The next time your lady friend or you perhaps would bestow some kisses upon her, immediately upon completion, you just simply say, my dear, we have just committed sodomy. It is a sin. I love God and Jesus, and he will welcome us into his kingdom. And then you're good.
Or during the act, you could just keep going, oh, baby, this ain't right.
No, that's why people say, oh, God, Bo. They don't have the audacity or the wherewithal to say, oh, God, we are committing sodomy.
So
please accept us. Just stop at God. Like, oh, God, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. They're saying, God, Jesus, forgive us. Oh, God, for what we do. Greg Wolf joins us next, and he's going to talk about something really, really cool when it comes to Tampa and women's sports.
You're listening to Drew Garabo live on 102.5 The Bone. Stingray Chevrolet presents Calta Cruise 19. Calta Cruise 19 is happening on April 9th, 2026 for a 4-night cruise. We'll be on the Royal Caribbean Explorer of the Seas, departing from Port Canaveral and heading to Coco Cay and Nassau. And we'd love for you to join the party. You can book right now. Email caltacruise@gmail.com to put your deposit down today. Calta Cruise 19. Brought to you by Stingray Chevrolet, Tampa Bay's big store on I-4 exit 22, Plant City. For all the details, visit theboneonline.com. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
Quick update for my drivers. Hillsborough Avenue West at Anderson Road. They were able to clear that crash out of the roadway. Traffic is getting back up to speed in that area. Still seeing the usual slowdowns on the interstate's Hillsborough side. Bridges, they are still looking good despite the rain. They are running up to speed right now, and they are still accident-free. I'm Ashley with traffic.
It's Suns Out, Guns Out this Saturday at All American Gunslingers on US 19 in Newport Richey. Join a cat named Mo and 1025 The Bone from noon to 2 p.m. Experience full auto machine guns, cornhole, raffles, prizes, food trucks, and Texas Roadhouse catering. Details at aagunslingers.com.
Renewal by Anderson of Tampa, Sarasota has an unbelievable 30-year anniversary sale. You buy one, you get one 30% off for replacement windows and patio doors. They are affordable, they are thorough, they are efficient and polite. You will love the work they do for you in beautifying your home. Renewal by Anderson, bestwindowsflorida.com. License number CGC 1527613.
And now, breaking news. You leaving me. Your state-of-the-art 65-inch 4K smart television. For going out with friends and not staying in to watch TV. Sources confirm that is a terrible decision. Picture-in-picture mode. Do your friends have that? Can they simultaneously stream live sports and extreme baking shows? How about I make everything sepia? Whatever you want, I'll do it. Just don't put me on standby.
Don't listen to your TV. Head out with your friends and grab some ice-cold Heinekens. Must be 21 plus to purchase. Enjoy Heineken responsibly.
2001 Odyssey is Tampa's #1 nude club on Florida's West Coast with over 300 of the hottest exotic dancers. 2001 Odyssey has been voted the #1 nude club by Best of the Bay. Check out the world-famous 2001 spaceship and encounter the wildest dancing in Tampa Bay. The after party happens every night. Full liquor next door. 2001 Odyssey, 275 in Raymond James Stadium on Dale Mabry, better known as the Strip.
There's a lot of great things happening in June at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. A $20,000 blackjack tournament, a $150,000 bonus time slot tournament. You could win a 2025 Mercedes CLE 300 in a drawing and $150,000 hot seat power winners. And new Unity members by Hard Rock receive a limited time t-shirt and up to $200 on us. Gambling, great restaurants like Suppresso and Council Oak, The Rez, and the Hard Rock Cafe. Stop in at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino and tell them Mike Calta sent you.
Tight on cash? Say less. McDonald's under $4 McValue menu comes through. Indulging your sweet tooth or craving something savory? Tired of the same old, same old? Pick from your favorites like a creamy vanilla cone for $1.50 or a small frappe like rich caramel or chocolatey mocha for just $3.50. Quick snack breaks to late night cravings and everything in between. Mickey D's comes through. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
It doesn't matter where in the world you are, when you eat McDonald's fries, you're home. Day or night, rain, shine, good day or bad, there's something about golden, crispy, medium fries that feels like everything is going to be okay. And now I can get them for free when I spend $1 on any order in the McDonald's app. A deal so good, might as well pair with a classic quarter pounder with cheese or the iconic Big Mac. Get a little taste of home with Mickey D's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid through 7/31/25 at participating McDonald's. Valid once a week. Must opt into rewards. Excludes tax.
The heat is on. And when the heat is on, your AC is on. And when your AC is on, your money is gone. Power companies love it, but Solar Bear says enough is enough. Stop renting your power from the power companies. Go solar now and own your power and get your first 12 months completely free. That's 0 power payments for an entire year. Solar Bear is Florida's local solar expert, not some national chain. With over a decade of experience stars and thousands of 5-star reviews, they're the name you can trust. Call Solar Bear today or visit solarbear.com and start saving before your next bill shows up.
If you ever find yourself inside the emergency room, surrounded by these sounds, by these voices, by these machines, may you find our team of expert emergency caregivers at your side.
You're gonna be okay. Just grab my hand.
This is the power of the human spirit. Advent Health ER, 24/7 access to convenient emergency care. Go to the erexperts.com for locations near you. Advent Health. Feel whole.
Downtown St. Pete got a whole lot thirstier. It's the grand opening of Thirsty First at our new location on Central Avenue. Catch the UFC fights, groove to a DJ, or relax in the upstairs VIP lounge. There's something for everyone. Come check out our new vibe. You're gonna love it. Thirsty First.
The guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate is the easiest way to sell your home. You can save time, make the most money, and eliminate all the hassle this summer. Hey, it's JP, and my friends at Mark Spain Real Estate can sell your home with the strongest all-cash offer in the industry and help you move on your timeline. With over 67,000 satisfied clients, you could trust the most experienced real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home fast and for maximum profit. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Dinner's ready. All right, is everyone here? Where's Michael? Food's getting cold.
Every day, 9 people on our Florida roadways won't make it home. Don't let it be you or someone you love.
Michael, is that you? Officer?
Ma'am, I'm so sorry. I have some very sad news to share.
Michael never made it home. Buckle up. Every trip, every time. Let's get everyone home safely. A message from Florida Department of Transportation, Target Zero. For more information, visit targetzerofl.com.
Hey, did you hear the Furman Chevrolet of Brandon Summer Savings event is going on right now? Sounds like a perfect time for a new car to me. You know, Furman Chevy Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 Chevy dealer. They've got Tampa Bay's largest new Chevy inventory to choose from, tariff-free. And Brad Wise and my friends at Furman Chevy Brandon do business the right way. No surprise dealer installed options you're forced to buy. No inflated market adjustments. Go see why they're Tampa Bay's #1 Chevy dealer and Chevrolet's Dealer of the Year. And together, let's drive. Visit them today on Adamo Drive in Brandon or online anytime at FurmanChevy.com.
It's officially time for Zero Res's annual summer sale. Take advantage and get 15% off all cleaning services. That's 15% off carpet, air ducts, area rugs, and more. Mention my name, Galvin, to secure this deal today or book online at ZeroResTampaBay.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. If you or anyone in your family has been injured in a car accident, call us now, as the time to file a claim may be limited. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before, protecting America, fighting for you. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Going up. Prices keep going up these days. It feels like being on an elevator that only goes up. Going up. But not at Metro. We're pushing the down button. Going down. We've lowered prices. Get one line of 5G data for $40, period. That's 20% lower. And you get a free Samsung 5G phone when you bring your number. Only at Metro.
5-year guarantee on eligible plans. Exclusions apply. See website for details. Not available at Metro with T-Mobile in the past 6 months. Tax applies.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
Find what you love, love what you find. A Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you. Spirits and beer, thousands of wines. Guides in the know and prices so low, it just might blow your mind. You're gonna find what you love and love what you find.
With curbside pickup and delivery available, you'll always find what you love, only at Total Wine and More.
Drink responsibly, B21. If you've been injured in a car accident, call Pound Law from your cell phone. Morgan & Morgan.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. and 107.3 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio. Unique opinions, compelling conversation, and the best in afternoon entertainment. Now, the conversation continues on Drew Garabo Live.
Hey. Ooh la la, ah wee wee. Ooh la la, ah wee wee. Hey. Ooh la la, ah wee wee. Hey. Ooh la la, ah wee wee. Ooh la la, ah wee wee. Ooh la la, ah wee wee.
I remember in a pouring deluge of rain, seeing Killer Mike and Big Boy, along with Sleepy Brown, at the dearly departed Gasparilla Music Festival. Killer Mike up on stage talking about his St. Pete roots, talking about Tampa Bay, talking about Mons Venus, and in the same breath, mentioned our very good friend, Greg Wolf, using, of course, his antiquated nickname, 3LG. Greg, it is great to see you. Thank you very much for gracing us with your presence today, my man.
Thank you guys for having me. It's always great to run into you, gentlemen, and I'm glad you played some RTJ because we both got the pleasure to enjoy them at Amalie Arena the other night with the great Wu-Tang Clan, and it was spectacular.
What a show. You texted me earlier this week to talk about the USL Super League Final.
Unbelievable.
Tampa Bay Sun. Let's talk about this because, look, like it or not, Tampa Bay is a sports mecca. We've got the Lightning.
Yes.
We've got the friggin' Bucks in camp right now. We've got the Rays playing at Steinbrenner. Let's talk about the Tampa Bay Sun Football Club.
Let's do it.
Woo!
These ladies are they're something else, man. It's been an amazing journey already. I know we're into our first full season of USL Super League action here in Tampa Bay. We obviously call it Champa Bay, and now our ladies here have the opportunity to go for another Champa Bay title this Saturday. But they started in the fall, and they have two seasons. They have a fall season, they have a spring season, so it's almost year round. And, we didn't know what to expect. This is a brand new team, a brand new franchise in our market. Obviously, it is amazing to have our first professional women's sports franchise in our city. And you don't really know, right? How is that going to translate? How is that going to develop? Like, how are they going to build in the community? And they've done such an amazing job in this first season. And the team that is on the field, obviously, again, ties with the Tampa Bay roots with Denise Schulte-Brown, former coach from USF, who's done a remarkable job of putting together this team of really remarkable women athletes. And these ladies, as we know in sports, you got to get hot at the right time. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. So just like with any new league, any new team, you got to find the right pieces of the puzzle, right? So maybe it didn't quite go as strong as you wanted in the fall season, but here we are now in the spring, and they have found the methodology to make it work, and they're hitting on all cylinders right now. They're so fun to watch. These ladies are true athletes, and the stuff that they're doing, I mean, there is blood, sweat, and tears out on that field. We've seen it. These girls they're going hard because it means something. It is just as important to them as any other sports league, and it should. And it's a great avenue for young women and young girls and athletes to have something to strive to now on a professional level in our own backyard, nonetheless. So it is amazing in season one that these ladies are competing for a championship. There was a couple variables that had to go our way last week. Fort Lauderdale's who they are playing in the final on Saturday at Riverfront Stadium, which is Blake High School, which right now there's a lot of good mojo over there, right? Dochi, who won best route, she's from Blake High School, right? This is the home of your Tampa Bay Sun Football Club. So there's a lot of good mojo and energy over there right now. So the ladies in season one are competing. So Fort Lauderdale is the 4 seed. They were up in Carolina playing the number 1 seed. We took out the number 3 seed, Dallas Trinity, last week. So we were waiting, is the number 1 seed going to hold on and host a championship game? And sure enough, the game goes to overtime. So in soccer, There's 2 overtimes that are 15-minute periods, and if it still doesn't end in a goal, then they go to penalty kicks to end it, like kind of like hockey.
Yeah.
So it was in over. So the ladies score. Fort Lauderdale ties the game up. And ends up going to overtime. And it was like in the 117th minute or something, one of the girls just floats one up. Fort Lauderdale defender gets past, or striker gets past the defender, just puts one on net. It goes in. Fort Lauderdale with the upset. They're the 4 seed. So now Tampa Bay gets to host the championship game Saturday. So it's the 2 seed versus the 4 seed. And I like where we're at. I like our chances. And I hope you have an opportunity to come out and see them. Again, tickets have been flying for good reason.
Very reasonably priced tickets at that, Greg.
And they are. And if there's availability, you can go to TampaBaySunFC.com and /tickets. And it's actually probably as soon as you log on, it's going to be right there on the homepage. Yep. But there's family 4-packs. And the other good thing that they've done really well with the stadium, and again, they invested millions of dollars into the Blake facilities, which there's a great lawn activation area. There's a merch trailer. All the food and beverage are hyper locals. Burn Steakhouse has a food truck out there. They do one of their steak sandwiches, which is to die for. Right? So you've got Burn Steakhouse out there. You've got Diggy Dogs, who does like these amazing variations of hot dogs. You've got Salty Sisters with like popcorn varieties. They do the Sip of the Match, which is some sort of delicious beverage. They're always pushing local breweries. Green Bench Brew. They have variations of the different Green Bench brewers out there. So everything is hyper Tampa, hyper local.
Love it.
Which I think is great because you will always get a taste of Tampa. And not only that, you can park across at Armature Works.
Get out of here.
And you can get on the Pirate Water Taxi for free, and they let you come over to the game. So it's one of the
free Pirate Water Taxi.
Yeah, dude, it's a good way to get to the game. It's a great vibe over there, man. It's just so it's been a great, exciting, entertaining season. These girls are talented, and again, if you haven't come out to watch them, support them, what better way to do it than this Saturday? There is sports in our city, and you need to come support these
Who's
ladies.
our Caitlin Clark on the team?
Oh, I would say Sydney Nasello. This girl, we call her like the whippersnapper just because she is so absolutely fast in her closing speed on the field. Like she could be midfield and the ball's lofty and you're like, oh, that defender's going to. And next thing you know, she is battling for that ball. Not only that, there was a play 2 games ago where she literally bust through 2 defenders. I do not know how it was physically possible with a ball to go through 2 different people, but she pushes the ball through both defenders, hops over their legs, kind of kicks the ball up to herself, and boosh, hits a goal. And it was an absolute thing of beauty. The team reposted it, put it in slow-mo. It was just, again, it just goes to show you they are so talented and so fast, but I would say Nasello is probably our kid. She's so fun to watch, but there's a lot of superstars on this team. And again, these ladies are very entrenched in our community. There's a Tampa Bay Sun Foundation, so they're figuring out the ways to give back in the true Tampa Bay fashion, the team Tampa Bay fashion. I mean, Baker Mayfield was there at the home opener. Of course, Titus O'Neil, he was out there with his family and his baby, and so you never know who's going to be out. Shane McClanahan is out there. He's got season tickets from our Tampa Bay Rays. He's out there all the time. So we had some of the USF football guys out there last week doing our karaoke contest. So
hell yeah,
it's really been a great community event and support in our community has been awesome to see, and it's only going to get better and bigger.
The USL Super League final is this Saturday at 7:30, Riverfront Stadium at Blake High School versus Fort Lauderdale United. This is a great way for girl dads to kind of take your daughters out, show them, hey, look, you could be a Caitlin Clark, or you can play football, or you can play football. You can do whatever you want.
Yes.
See your dreams come true live in front of you. And I love supporting like small independent startups. Look, everybody loves the Lightning. You go around town, you see Lightning stuff everywhere.
100%.
These ladies are working very, very hard to earn your support, and it would be a great opportunity for you to go out there on Saturday to show them a little bit of love and root them on to another championship in Tampa Bay.
Like I said, year 1, the bar's been set high now, right? Like we have literally set the bar in season 1 to the championship, but to like the testament, like you said, we see it around town. We see the Lightning, we see Bucks, we see Rays. I was at the Tampa International Airport picking up my mom the other week, and sure enough, at the Tampa Bay Sports Store in Tampa International Plaza is a whole section now for the Tampa Bay Sun. And there was hats, there was scarves, the jerseys again. The whole nine, they call that a kit. in soccer. I learned was the whole kit.
Okay.
They have it all. And again, that just goes to show you how much the game has grown. Obviously, we know soccer globally, football, wherever you want to call it. Just look in Florida alone with Messi, down in Miami, and look at Orlando and Orlando City. And now you've got Tampa Bay Sun over here and the Rowdies. Like, it's been a slow build. I know the one person who laughs at soccer is Ian Beckles, but dude, I get it. But like, it is growing, and it's just taking longer in America than it has the rest of the globe because of the popularity of football and obviously hockey and all that. But it is growing. And like you said, Drew, I think that there's now an avenue here locally for girl dads and girls now to have a night out with dad and mom to go watch female athletes and like that are equally as talented, and to support them and give them the opportunity and the hope that, you know what, I maybe be able to play for my home team at some time. Like, that could be some girl's dream.
Absolutely.
Is to play for a professional sports franchise in their own city. So that's an opportunity now they may have for themselves. So the Tampa Bay Sun, they're doing a fantastic job. The USL Super League, Amanda, who runs the league, oversees it. She's always here. I believe their offices are in downtown St. Pete, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And Christina, who's the president, they're doing a fantastic job. The whole crew that does production, like, we're all figuring this out. As they say, we're kind of building the plane as we're flying, but it's been an exceptional season one. Like I said, I just hope the support for Tampa Bay and the Tampa Bay Sun continues to grow.
For all of you people out there, and not to make this too political, but for all of you people out there who pretend to care about women's sports because you need to use that to prop up your narrative that you're spewing online, put your money where your mouth is and prove that you care about women's sports.
Right.
And go support women's sports.
And why not? It's in your backyard, right?
Yeah.
And it's an absolute beautiful venue. Like I said, it's directly across the water from Armature Works.
Oh, yeah.
You can literally park over there. The Pirate Water taxi is absolutely free. What a cool way to arrive to the game. And as soon as you arrive, boom, the food trucks are right there. You kind of get the vibe as soon as you show up. The market lights. It's just like, it's a great vibe, man. It really is a great vibe.
What's the mascot situation?
So Soleil is our mascot. Soleil, 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 Soleil.
Oh, I love that.
Soleil. Right? So that is our mascot. She debuted this season. She is fabulous. And she, again, has kind of created her own following. She's fantastic on social media and taking a little cue from Thunderbug. Our buddy Bug has kind of taken Soleil under his wing and kind of has, taught Soleil the ropes. And you can see it, man. She's fully engaged, which is great. Our supporter group is called the Heat Wave. So, you got Ralph's Mob right here in St. Pete. So for the Sun, it's the Heat Wave. And again, we're smoke bombs and drums, the chants the whole game. And it's great because, again, there's a whole section for them right at the in the end zone. So even if you want to get that down and dirty and be that invested, you can get down with the Heat Wave as well. So you've got every element of what a soccer match should be. And again, it's so hyper Tampa, so hyper local. It's just a really good time. So if you haven't been a part of it, I host the games. Obviously, that's why I'm here talking about. If you didn't know that, the host for USF football, men's and women's basketball, Tampa Bay Lightning, obviously Tampa Bay Sun as well. Woo. So we're in it to win it, man. So I'm excited. I know the ladies are going to pull it off Saturday. It's going to be a big celebration because we're going to bring another Tampa Bay trophy home.
So food is very important to me and to a lot of people out there. And I just looked up the Burns Steakhouse food truck.
Oh, you did?
They share with Haven as well.
They do,
I believe.
yes.
You can get yourself a Burns Steakhouse classic steak sandwich. Peppers, onions, mushrooms, and cheddar whiz.
Like they sell at the bar?
Like they
Get
sell,
outta here.
right? You like have the whole Burns experience without having to put on a jacket and tie. Right there at the food truck. Small, giant, loaded nachos. A Green Lane Caesar salad. Green Lane, the sneakiest, best, healthiest, most affordable drive-through.
I'm going there tonight.
Dude,
100%.
Green Lane is straight up money.
It's fantastic. And it's a massive, like, for a bowl of salad, like, it's for $10, like, you get a huge meal. It's really good. So, I'm going there tonight.
And then, if you are a fan of the Harry Waugh Dessert Room, as I am, as every red-blooded Tampanian should be, you can get yourself a macadamia nut ice cream sandwich right there for soccer fans at the center.
She's got more than that. The girl that does the ice cream sandwiches, I think she's called, I think it's called Popsicles and Dreams off of the great Cocktails and Dreams, one of Tom Cruise movie, by the way. It's called, I believe that's the name of Popsicles and Dreams. And she has a whole ice cream cart that is filled with delicious ice cream sandwiches of various varieties and popsicles and all sorts of deliciousness. So, and again, Salty Sisters, we've got delicious popcorn varieties out there, Diggy Dogs. So they've got all sorts of like different hot dogs of the game. And again, the sip of the match, the Green Bench Brewing. So it's all Tampa deliciousness, and you will not be disappointed, I promise you.
And I'm looking at tickets right now on the link, and I'm telling you, for a family of 4, it is very, very affordable. Probably the most affordable
sporting event for sure.
You'll find in Tampa Bay
for sure,
history.
100%.
Yeah, and it's a great opportunity for you to support some local athletes, be a part of a championship game.
Yes.
You can just forget about a bandwagon.
Right.
You buy your tickets, you
You're
go
right,
see a championship, you see
game.
them hoist the trophy
Yeah,
right there.
dude, right?
You didn't
Like-
need to invest a dang thing. Like instant champions. That's the way to do it.
I mean, if that's the way we get them from day one, that's the way we got to do it. Let's do it right off the rip, man. So
That's gonna be
why
great.
not? But yeah, it's going to be a who's who out there on Saturday for sure. The game is 7:30. I'm sure it's a little bit after that because we all know watching Stanley Cup, they say it's 8 o'clock. And next, 8:47 is puck drop. It's like, what are we doing? So I would expect it to start a little bit around 7:40-ish. And then I believe it's streaming live on Peacock. So if it sells out, all games are streaming live on Peacock TV. So you can find it there as well. But hopefully you're going to be in the stadium with us on Saturday. It's going to be awesome, man.
Now, Greg, you mentioned the Stanley Cup.
Yes.
And it is somewhat gut-wrenching to watch these Florida Panthers because they are so good. Like
it's hard,
it's hard to say.
Yeah, it is.
But they're so good.
You have to. It is. It is a gut punch to Lightning fans because they've always been little brother, right? And so it's like, little brother down there, right? And so here they are now in their third straight Stanley Cup final, and it's a feat that we also accomplished. However, we still are the only ones that went back to back, and we don't want to see these guys go back to back and be like, we did it too, right?
No.
So it is gut wrenching to see just how damn good they are because it's like where's the weakness? There's none. There's not the third line, the fourth line, the goaltender.
Marchand, Bobrovsky is playing out of his mind.
It's just let's hope tonight they slip it up. Let's hope tonight Edmonton and McDavid, finds the McJesus prayers and finds their way to get it done. Because again, I'm gonna be honest with you. I know people we can't let Canada have the cup, and I get it. I don't want them to have it either, right? But at the same token, I would rather the Stanley Cup be the farthest distance away from Florida as possible, so we don't have to see it or hear about it. And guess what? September's here, preseason. October we start.
Oh, just
around
the corner. It makes perfect sense.
So, and honestly, let's just McJesus have his because again, we don't have to want to hear it anymore. Okay, he got his. All right, he's great. Now everybody can shut up about it. He got it, and let's be done with it. That's the way I look at it. He's going to get it eventually. Let's let it be against Florida,
please, because 78% of the money line bets are on the Panthers for tonight.
Yeah,
it is an overwhelming possibility the Panthers are going to win this one and go up 3-1 now.
Yeah, you can't let that happen. You got to bounce back tonight. I think the problem is Edmonton's having a little goaltending. They've got some issues there, and I think the other guy's starting tonight maybe. So but that could be the spark they need, man. Hockey's a funny game, man. You get some weird bounces. Sometimes it goes your way, sometimes it doesn't. That's why they play the game. So tonight it could be Edmonton's night. They get back on track and they win in 7.
It got awful chippy in the last game with fights going on everywhere, and that kind of thing can maybe light a fire under a guy like a Corey Perry.
It could.
I do not want to see the Panthers go back to back because, like you said, it is a badge of honor that the Bolts went back to back several years ago.
Correct.
And the Panthers have not done it. I would hate to see them do it.
We can't. He just can't happen.
Gross.
And like you said, Edmonton has a really talented team. Yeah. It's Draisaitl and like you said, McDavid and Corey Perry.
Yeah.
It's an anomaly when you're going up against a really, really, really good team.
Yeah, although I do take some small comfort in the fact that we faced them in the first round and we were clearly outmatched. The Panthers destroyed us, but look what they did. They destroyed everybody.
Right.
So maybe we're the second best team in the NHL, Greg.
If you want to put it that way, it makes you feel better. That's cool.
So I'm not asking for any inside info that you may or may not have, but when you look at this, the Lightning roster as is, can we compete with the roster as is next season in the NHL?
100%. I feel again. It's about continuity. It's about knowing the guy and playing for the guy next to you, right? And throughout the season, and the Lightning had it from the beginning to the end, it's about finding the right mix of guys at the right time. and making sure that those particular lines are clicking. Look at what happened in the circumstances that we found out when the season wrapped up, like how serious the injury was to Oliver Bjorkstrand. As soon as Oliver got here with Yanni Gourde, that very first game, you saw the continuity between the two of them, goal and an assist right off the rip, right? We never really got to see the full potential of what those two and their continuity was going to do with the rest of the guys, right? The other thing that I took away from this past season was when we had our exit block party with JBB, as he always does.
Yeah.
He said this is the first time since 2020 that at the end of the year, he knew I'm not going to lose guys. I'm not losing a Barclay Goodrow. I'm not losing a Blake Coleman. I'm not losing a Tyler Johnson. I'm not losing an Alex Killorn. I'm not losing guys, a Steven Stamp. I'm not losing them because I'm not handcuffed this year from salary cap issues. This is the first time in 5 years I haven't had this issue. The only one that was up at the time was Yanni Gourde. And what just happened, Yanni Gourde signed for 6 years, which is a lot. He's going to end as a Bolt. Like, let's just be real. So they made a deal. He finagled some things, and it gets Yanni Gourde. Then he comes and signs Max Crozier, and so Crozier was the guy, the guy that we were kind of waiting to see if he was going to kind of come up, and he never kind of like broke the lineup. But they believe that he is going to be the next wave. We've seen flashes of him kind of come up into the lineup. So JBB felt extremely confident. This is I feel great in the nucleus that we have here and with the guys that we have, and we saw. When we were leading into the playoffs, we were all very confident because we're like, who's going to beat us right now, right? And it didn't transpire. Yeah. So how do we fix that next season? That's on them to figure out. I don't have the answers for you on that, but what I will say is if you look at the gameplay where we all felt confident heading into the playoffs, that group is all here, and now they're just going to get better because they have a full season working with each other, the continuity, the different lineups. Cooper said, I'm not going anywhere. Kucherov has been practicing since the season ended. That's not a lie. Cooch has been off. I think he took a week off, and he has been back. Like, you saw they surprised him with the trophy.
Oh, yeah.
And
Clean shaven.
Look at all the guys that were still here.
Yeah.
Okay, those guys weren't just, we're hanging out. They were on the ice. What does that tell you? That's how much it means to them. If they're guys, it's June. We don't start training camp until September.
Yeah.
They are not going to stop because this means everything to them. And that, again, demonstrates that they're working together in the offseason. They could be in Italy or, vacationing right now. But they said, nope, we lost. As long as there's hockey happening in the NHL, we are going to be doing work. So I think that says a lot.
Greg Wolf is here, and before we let you go, I need your input on two things. You and I text each other about the movies of the 80s all the time.
Yes.
Yesterday
I still never got my Jacobs Jukebox Jeopardy rematch.
We will do it. Well, you're
90s hip-hop, right?
Did you get beat?
Yeah,
but no, that's because I thought that we were staying in one category, and then it went completely left, and I was like, whoa, I thought we were staying in the 90s hip-hop lane.
We pulled the okie doke on
Yeah,
Greg.
they did. It wasn't fair.
So yesterday was an historic day for film because two classic 80s films were released, and one in 82, which was E.T. the Extraterrestrial.
Yes.
And one in 86, which was Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Two legendary movies.
Exactly. So if you had to,
oh gosh,
eliminate one of them, not just from your life, but it never existed. One of them's got to go from history.
Okay.
Which one is it?
E.T. As much as it was such a good movie, and as a kid, like it absolutely tugged at your heart. Like it absolutely impacted me, no question. I mean, my middle name is named after Elliot. Like, okay, trust me, I get it. Okay, but to me, Ferris Bueller's Day Off was so much more impactful because I was a preteen. Oh yeah, right, and so coming of age kind of movie, fun. The cool guy, the it resonated way more with me, I guess, because of the age.
Totally get it.
And again, I feel that movie has lasted the test of time. I feel like E.T., if a kid watches E.T. today with the graphics and how corny it probably looks with the technology, as opposed to like Ferris Bueller, I think Ferris Bueller seems a little bit more realistic, but it's not. It's far-fetched, but it could happen because it's more in a realistic setting. And I just feel it has withstood the test of time more than E.T.
In doing my research for those topics yesterday, I discovered a fan theory. This is crazy.
Oh, here we go.
That Ferris Bueller had done a Groundhog Day thing and had died over and over again. And the day off, he knew where to be. He knew where to go because he had been living the same day over and over again. And that's how he was able to evade Principal Rooney at the end. That's how he was able to avoid being molested by the actor who played Principal Rooney. It was, sorry, Jeffrey Jones. I know you live in Sarasota. But that is a fun fan theory about Ferris Bueller. Second question I have for you. This is a question I've been peppering every celebrity guest that we've gotten since it happened, and that includes you.
All right.
I'm out on the golf course several months ago with my good buddy Todd Wright. You know Todd. We're out there playing at beautiful Champions Gate near Orlando. It was Easter Sunday.
Okay.
My son, who was playing with us, very rare, hit an errant drive into someone's backyard. We went to go retrieve the ball.
It's crazy because I was just in my in-laws' backyard today.
All right.
Ball comes flying into their yard.
It happens.
Yes, okay.
So,
I don't know where this is going, but go ahead.
I guarantee this didn't happen to you today. A shirtless, yarmulke-clad gentleman approached.
L'chaim.
Exactly.
Okay.
And being of the Jewish faith, or at least race myself,
okay,
I identified him as Jewish because of the yarmulke.
Okay, fair enough.
Beard, nose, etc.
Yeah.
And he said, Boychik, I will help you find your ball, but you have to do me a mitzvah.
Okay.
It's a favor. I said,
all right, yep.
Okay, what's
For those
that?
that don't know, yep.
He said, I would like to go in my jacuzzi, but today is my holy day, and I am not permitted to turn on the power to my jacuzzi. I need you to follow me and turn on my jacuzzi so that I can have a soak. And I just looked at him, and I said, no, I'm not doing that. And he said, what the F do you mean you're not doing that? I need you to turn on the power. I can't turn on the power for my religion. I need that so I can sit in my jacuzzi. And in my mind, I'm like, I can't help you circumvent your law of God.
Exactly.
I moved on my day.
Yeah,
and I
bro.
didn't do it.
It doesn't work that way.
Thank you.
It doesn't work that way.
Right?
It doesn't work that way, bro.
I can't help you cheat God.
No, that's exactly. Why would he put you in that situation if he's a man of faith?
Right.
Like,
and I don't think he knew I was Jewish. He probably thinks I'm a heathen anyway, and I'm going to hell.
But so what if you weren't around? Then he's just not going to soak?
Exactly.
So, yeah.
See, I feel like
the
God
guys
would
behind
go,
us helped him.
That Drew,
Yeah.
he's a solid cat. That's what I feel.
The scumbags behind us, they caught us by something asshole, and I said, hey, did that guy ask you about the jacuzzi? They go, oh, yeah. I said, well, did you turn on the jacuzzi for it? They go, oh, yeah.
They did.
Like as if anybody who wouldn't is some kind of scumbag.
No, man, I have to agree with you, especially when he's putting his faith into it.
Yeah.
You're making me now be like I'm circumventing your Lord and doing something that you're not allowed to. Nah. I'm with you on that
Thank
one.
you,
I'd be like,
buddy.
no, I can't do that,
Thank
bud.
you.
Sorry.
I can't go to hell for that reason.
No.
I can go to hell for many reasons, but
that's not
going to
be the one.
Helped you cheat God.
No.
He is Greg Wolf.
Yes.
He will be out on Saturday at 7:30 p.m. Riverfront Stadium at Blake High School in Tampa, Florida for the USL Super League Final. Your Tampa Bay Sun FC will be taking on the Fort Lauderdale United FC. This is going to be a great day. Girl dads, boy dads, non-dads, non-moms, everybody.
Yes.
Make sure you support Tampa Bay sports. Get yourself a steak sandwich from
Yes.
the Burns truck. Greg, you are the man.
You guys are the men.
It's great to see you, buddy.
Thank you, guys. Go Sun, baby.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
You're listening to Drew Garabo live on 102.5 The Bone. Tell us what you think. Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and leave us an open mic. The Open Mic on the free 102.5 The Bone app is sponsored by 1-800-ASK-GARY. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
Rainy weather is definitely not helping the interstates right now. Still seeing those slowdowns on Hillsborough side in the usual spots. We also have reports of a traffic crash East Lineball Avenue at Gunn Highway. There are reports that there is some road blockage, so if you're heading that direction, just use some caution. Now, bridges, they're still looking good so far. They are running up to speed, and luckily, they are still accident-free. I'm Ashley with traffic.
Accidents don't happen between the hours of 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. And that's exactly why the team at Farah and Farah is available to take your calls 24/7. If you've got questions, they've got answers. For a Farah fight, day or night, you know who to call. Tampa.
Real stories with Hellsberg.
After we met and we started dating, Nancy and I lived 150 miles apart, and I would drive my old jalopy car, and it was roughly a 3-hour distance. It took 3 years I drove across that state back and forth dating her every weekend.
Persistence.
And I would have never stopped. I had a lot of energy back then, 36 years ago.
At Hellsberg, find the engagement ring worthy of your story. Designed with the love, care, and craft it deserves. Visit a Hellsberg store or hellsberg.com.
2001 Odyssey is Tampa's #1 nude club on Florida's West Coast with over 300 of the hottest exotic dancers. 2001 Odyssey has been voted the #1 nude club by Best of the Bay. Check out the world-famous 2001 spaceship and encounter the wildest dancing in Tampa Bay. The after party happens every night. Full liquor next door. 2001 Odyssey, 275 in Raymond James Stadium on Dale Mabry, better known as the Strip.
Hey, Bay Area, Randy here for Sun Toyota. We've got nearly 1,000 RAV4s, Tundras, Tacomas, Camrys, and Corollas in stock now. Drive select new models with smoking hot prices and low leases available. Plus, get a free grill or smoker during Father's Day weekend when you purchase a new Toyota. Because when you make it Sun Toyota, we make it happen.
Sun, Toyota.com.
Call 800-639-3367 for more details.
I'm Ultima Morgan. Every year, almost 30,000 babies in America are born with birth injuries. It's every parent's worst nightmare. If your child suffered a birth injury, please call our firm to find out if we can help.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
If you ever find yourself inside the emergency room, surrounded by these sounds, by these voices, by these machines, may you find our team of expert emergency caregivers at your side.
You're gonna be okay. Just grab my hand.
This is the power of the human spirit. Advent Health ER, 24/7 access to convenient emergency care. Go to theerexperts.com for locations near you. Advent Health. Feel whole.
John Senning here for Furman Ford, Clearwater's big Ford store. Maybe you've been waiting, trying to figure out that perfect time to get a brand new truck or SUV. Well, let me tell you, that time is right now during the Ford Employee Pricing Sales Event. You might have seen it on the news. You might have heard your friends talking about it, not really knowing what it means. You are going to pay exactly what a Ford employee pays across a full line of trucks and SUVs. This unprecedented opportunity is giving you massive savings on some of America's best-selling vehicles. You need to make your plans now to go see Bob Murray and my friends at Furman Ford today. If you haven't laid your eyes on the brand new, big, beautiful showroom, it really does have to be seen to be believed. They're right on US 19 in Clearwater, and you can always check them out online at FurmanFord.com. Furman Ford, from America, for America. Make sure when you get in there, you let them know that John Senning sent you.
If you've been hurt in an accident, call Bernetti PA. We make it easy. In fact, you can hire us by phone, over the internet, or we'll come to you. Call 1-800-BERNETTI. We're ready. Offices Lakeland, Tampa, St. Pete.
Market volatility isn't slowing down. If you're nearing retirement, now is not the time to wait and see. Every day of uncertainty can put your future at risk. It's time to diversify. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and I want you to know you can create certainty, locking in guaranteed income for life. This means predictable, stable cash flow, even in turbulent times. You've worked too hard to leave your retirement to chance. Right now, there are options to receive up to 30% upfront or annual growth of up to 10% for retirement income. That's up to $30,000 upfront or up to $10,000 per year on $100,000, all guaranteed for retirement income. Don't wait. Call Trajan today at 813-550-1000. That's 813-550-1000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. Any examples provided are hypothetical. Annuities are issued with prospectus and sales brochures and should be reviewed carefully before funding as features and benefits vary. DBA in most states as Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
O'Reilly. You need parts? We got parts. Product availability? Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. Get one free set of brake pads when you buy 2 brake rotors. Upgrade to Brake Best Select brake pads for $10 more, or upgrade to Brake Best Select Pro or import direct pads for just $20. Offer in-store only. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Are you a parent of a 2 to 8-year-old? Listen closely for an exciting offer, then head to abcmouse.com/radio to learn more. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
We're offering a promo at abcmouse.com/radio to try it for free for a month, then $14.99 per month until canceled. Go to abcmouse.com/radio to see this offer. That's abcmouse.com/radio. Actual ABC Mouse users compensated for their testimonials, sponsored by Age of Learning.
Experience the summer of music with Neutral and 102.5 The Bone. You could win tickets to some of the biggest shows of the year, including Thomas Rhett, The Weeknd, Jason Aldean, or you could win one of dozens of Neutral prizes like coolers and hats. Neutral. Keep it tasty. Just visit any participating Circle K location in Florida and scan the QR code on the Neutral Summer of Music poster to enter.
Involved in a car accident? We understand the pressure you're under. Call Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Now, a weather update from the Sun Toyota Weather Center.
SunToyota.com. I'm Fox 13 Chief Meteorologist Paul Delgado. Another busy evening underway. Showers and thunder showers gradually ending overnight. Some rain heavy. Low temperatures in the mid-70s. Coming up on Friday, a repeat. Showers and thunder showers in the afternoon. High temperatures in the low 90s.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Now, back to Drew Garabo Live.
Honey, I'm still free. Take a chance on me. If you need me, let me know and I'll be around.
Greg Wolf might be the greatest radio guest in the history of radio guests. The dude brings his own headphones. He comes prepared. He's got his talking points.
Plug and play.
He is plug and play Greg Wolf. All right, let's get back on schedule. We'll take a couple of calls. I do have a game that we'll do after Mo Betta News that'll win you some stuff. It relates to a film that was released today in history. It is an audio game. It should be very easy, which means it probably won't be. Hello there. Who are you?
This is Tom. How you guys doing?
Really good, Tom. How's your day, man?
Oh, doing good. You guys' show sounded good.
Thanks.
I just one thing for Mo.
Yep.
I noticed they and I mean this in a really good way.
Uh-oh.
I noticed they took the light off the top of your head. Looks a lot darker. When you go outside, I'd avoid the sunshine on it. But it looks good.
Did you dye your hair, Mo?
No. Once I get the new growth twisted, it just sprays down to something that fades away after about a week and a half.
Ah, okay.
It'll be the light will be back. The gray will be back in about a week, sir.
I thought you were making some just for men accusations, sir, and I could not tolerate such a thing on my watch.
Blame it on the headphones. That's what I do.
All right. Thank you, Tom. Appreciate that, bud.
Yeah, you got it, guys. Have a good day.
I will say the downside of us being on Bone TV, Facebook, YouTube, however you choose to watch us, is that people see us.
Yeah.
I got into radio because I love the mystique. I love a disembodied voice. I loved listening to someone, having no idea what they look like, creating the vision in my mind, and never having that changed. And then the video revolution came in.
That day she's gone.
So the number of people who are like, you don't look like what you sound like, I just tell them perfectly honestly, I don't know how to react to that.
Yeah.
Because like, I look like I sound to me. Like I've looked like this, unfortunately, and sounded like this most of my life. But it's always fascinating when people are like, no, I thought you'd be this, or I thought you'd be that, or I thought I don't know what to do with that information. I don't.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. Yeah,
look like what you sound. Okay. Face for radio. I never heard that one before. How clever. 800-771-1025 is the number. We started the show with a very passionate monologue about the Pulse shooting. And I would just say, since we have audience turnover all the time, which means that people get to where they're going and stop listening, and then new people will get in the car and start listening, hopefully not the same car. I just wanted to encourage you, especially if you're one of those people who feels the need to go to Pride Month comments or Facebook posts or Instagram posts and leave negativity, and you wonder why Pride, Why do we need a Pride Month? We need a Pride Month because 9 years ago today, someone went into a gay nightclub and shot and killed 49 people. We're not 10 years removed from that. So I hope you could understand why we in the allegedly straight community might go out of our way to be an ally to those who are LGBTQ+. Thank you. Hello, who are you?
Hey, fellas, it's Matt.
What's up, Matt?
Nothing. I'll tell you who probably does look like how they sound like. That's Bobby Boucher, the religious man who called in earlier.
Bobby Boucher. Okay, bye. He might. That gentleman probably does. Although I do it too. Like sometimes there'll be a regular caller, and I'll meet him in person, and I'll go, "Oh my God, you don't look anything like what."
Well, there you go. Yes.
So now I understand. I guess why people say such things. Mo, what do we got coming up in the Mo Betta?
Well, we got some sneeze-free bread. They found peaches and a tale of two flights.
Next on the Mo Betta News, and then we'll have some fun concert ticket giveaways just for you. If you would like to get up to $250 for opening a new checking account with direct deposit, you need to check out Achieva's website. They can do so much for you, too. They can help you get a car loan, help you get a mortgage, auto loan with free GAP, which is guaranteed asset protection. I looked it up. They send me all this information. I like to do the research. So Achieva Credit Union, if you open an account, you can get up to $250. Get details at achievacu.com. They have been serving members, get this, since 1937. So if you worry about, financial institutions, insecurity, et cetera, you don't need to worry about that with Achieva because unlike a bank, they're not for profit. They're owned and operated by me and you, the members. They are accountable to us, not outside shareholders. And that allows Achieva to keep their rates competitive. Their member service is unparalleled. You will not get better service anywhere than when you walk into an Achieva bank or utilize their drive-through. I've experienced it many, many times throughout my decade or so of being an Achieva member. Anytime I have a banking need, they bend over backwards to help. Not because I'm Drew on the radio, but because I'm Drew Garabo, member of Achieva Credit Union. Sign up yourself, ACHIEVACU.com for Achieva Credit Union.
You're listening to Drew Garabo live on 102.5 The Bone. Let's have some summer fun in the summer sun, Bone fam. It's the Neutral Summer of Music, presented by Neutral. Win tickets to some of the summer's biggest shows, like Thomas Rhett, Katy Perry, Jason Aldean, and more. Plus, score Neutral summer gear, including hats and coolers. Scan the QR code at participating Florida Circle K's, Miller's Ale House, or at the Blind Goat in Tampa to enter. Neutral. Keep it tasty. Visit theboneonline.com for more details. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
Rainy weather is definitely not helping the interstates right now. Still seeing those slowdowns on Hillsborough side in the usual spots. We also have reports of a traffic crash East Lineball Avenue at Gunn Highway. There are reports that there is some road blockage, so if you're heading that direction, just use some caution. Now, bridges, they're still looking good so far. They are running up to speed, and luckily, they are still accident-free. I'm Ashley with traffic.
Save time and money with mobile service at Jerry Ohm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. They come to you and perform on-site simple repairs or routine maintenance. Schedule mobile service with Jerry Ohm today. Online at jerryohm.com. Tampa is Ohm country. See dealer for complete details.
Life is busy. Luckily, Racetrack's here to keep you on track every day.
Running around and the time makes you nervous. Are you still a mom or just a taxi service?
With ice cold drinks, hot pizza, freshly ground coffee, and even Swirl World frozen yogurt for the kids.
The schedule is packed with things that they have to do, but with so much to choose from, you'll find something for you.
Racetrack is here to keep you going.
Racetrack's gonna get you through.
Racetrack, whatever gets you going.
Gold and Diamond Source is going to treat you just like family when you go into 3800 Olmerton Road. The Weintraub family is going to roll out the red carpet for you, literally. And if you've been looking to get rid of that old, worn-out jewelry, trade it in. The Gold and Diamond Source. You'll get top dollar for it, and all of their diamonds hold their values, meaning that if you've got a diamond right now that you like but you don't love, maybe you're going to be doing a little bit better down the road financially. Trade it in, and that diamond will not lose its value. Steve Weintraub personally selects every diamond that you will see in the showroom at Gold and Diamond Source. It's so easy to get a beautiful once-in-a-lifetime piece and save a lot of money. The Gold and Diamond Source, minutes away from where you're headed in the Tampa Bay area. Visit them at 3800 Olmerton Road, right off 275, and check them out online at goldanddiamond.com, and make sure it's a Gold and Diamond Source diamond.
And a lot of people, when they come in, they'll say, I'm usually much more active, but since I've been in pain, I've had to limit the activities I'm doing.
You're listening to Janelle, arch support specialist at the Good Feet store.
He came in and he wanted to be able to keep up, play sports with his kids. From there, we figure out which arch supports complement those activities. I fit him with the arch supports, and as I followed up with him, he's messaged me and said, I took my kids to the park today. We're walking, we're exercising, riding the bikes, and those are all things that he wasn't doing before because he was in pain.
For over 25 years, the Good Feet store's arch support specialists have been helping folks to live the life they love without foot, knee, hip, or back pain getting in the way.
Our goal is to have that long-term change for them. That's what's most important, is knowing that you leave an impact on someone's life. And I like that.
Try them for yourself. Stop in for a free personalized fitting and test walk at the Good Feet store.
Visit any of our 5 locations throughout Tampa, St. Petersburg, and Sarasota, and at goodfeet.com.
It's Jeff Jr. from Trajan Wealth, and I've got something important to talk to you about, your 401k. If you have changed jobs, there are 2 very important considerations. You don't want to leave your 401k behind, and you don't want to roll it over into your new company plan without consulting Trajan Wealth first. 401ks will often have limited investments or age-based options. Since companies have to make choices to suit all employees, they may not be suited to you, which could cost you fees and money. When you roll over your 401k into an IRA, you not only keep your money growing tax deferred, but you also gain access to a world of investment options specifically designed for you. Trajan Wealth and our fiduciary advisors have helped thousands, and we can do the same for you. Call Trajan today at 813-550-1000. That's 813-550-1000.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor.
When you're injured on the job, you need more than just a workers' comp lawyer. When you need a fighter, you need us. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm, for the people. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Take advantage of the Employee Pricing Plus event at Cherry Home Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Save up to $15,000 on new 2025 models, and your first 3 payments are on us. At the #1 Ram dealer in the U.S., Tampa is Home Country. Online at cherryhome.com. Call 1-800-210-6286 for complete details.
Summer is here, and it's time to get your backyard ready where you always wanted it to be. From custom patios and pavers to upgraded driveways, Waterman Properties is your go-to for bringing your summer vision to life. Whether you're remodeling, rebuilding, or repairing from a storm, Waterman Properties handles everything from demolition to install with expert care and zero runaround. Visit watermanproperties.net or call 813-715-7383. It's Waterman Properties. Your vision is their mission. Hit them up today and tell them Mike Calta sent you.
Hey, did you know that with Frontier Fiber Internet, the best Wi-Fi isn't just for VIPs anymore?
So even if I have less than 1 million followers?
Or me, a total noob?
What if I'm not in the metaverse yet?
Yeah, now everyone can get Wi-Fi 7 with a premium Eero router on Fiber 500 and up. Now starting at only $39.99 per month. Switch to the most advanced Wi-Fi on 100% fiber internet. Only from Frontier. Good to go. In select areas, price for 12 months with autopay. ETF terms apply. Max speeds wired. Actual average and Wi-Fi speed vary.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called SelectQuote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40 and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote's same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Call Select Quote at 1-800-880-6363. That's 1-800-880-6363. Or go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. 1-800-880-6363. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
AnnajarandLevine.com.
Hurt in a slip and fall? Take back control of your life. Call Annajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 107.3 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio. Unique opinions, compelling conversation, and the best in afternoon entertainment. Now, the conversation continues on Drew Garabo Live.
Newsflash!
I have news. You may hear news elsewhere, but it definitely won't be Mo better than this.
Well, anyway, we're going to do a tune called
Mo Better News, right now on Drew Garabo Live.
Drew, before I get into the news, I heard Mike Calta was upset that he didn't know what I was going to be doing this weekend.
It's true.
I love the guy. I get choked up even thinking about it.
There was a lot of love in his voice too when he just couldn't remember where you were going to be. I could tell he was anguished by it. A gentleman called to say, "Where can I find Mo this weekend?" And in Mike's voice, I heard confusion. I heard disappointment that he might be letting you down by not knowing where you were.
He wasn't, a
depth of emotion rarely heard on the radio.
He's a prince, Drew. He's a prince. Well, Mike Calta and everybody else, I will be at All-American Gunslingers this Saturday. They're doing an event. It's called Suns Out, Guns Out. It's from 11 to 3. I'm going to be there from noon to 2. We're going to have some giveaways right now. I found out about this. Thank you, Mike Olivero. Some Thomas Rhett tickets and a couple of pair of ducats for the Offspring. Woo. We'll be giving them away along with the fact that you can experience full auto machine guns, cornhole, raffles, prizes, food trucks. If you don't want to do the food truck, make sure you go inside because Texas Roadhouse is catering. When you hear guns, Texas and Roadhouse have to be somewhere nearby. It's a fantastic, it's Newport Richie's #1 gun range. Like I say, I'm going to be out there. It's a chance to go out and tour. If you already know about it, it's a time to hang out with people of like mind. It is National Gun Awareness Month, if I'm not mistaken, Drew.
Oh, all right.
And this is the time to get out there and find out all of the services that they have available. It's Suns Out, Guns Out. It's this Saturday, the 14th, 11 to 3. I'll be out there noon to 2. It's All-American Gunslingers. Go to aagunslingers.com to find out anything that I just said and a whole lot more. Your rights, your safety, your freedom. We call it America.
That's what we do.
Yeah, we do. All right, you know what else we call America?
Tell me.
No, was luckily not plane crashes. I heard you talked about this. Well, everybody's been talking about. Lone survivor of Air India crash reportedly recalls loud noise after takeoff. Here's the brief if you have not been around in the last 5 hours. A London-bound Air India plane crashed shortly after takeoff on Thursday. Officials said at least 240 people were killed. One person reportedly survived. There's a lot of misinformation going on about that survivor. Some people are saying it was he was on the ground. There was some proximity. Others are saying that he jumped out of the plane. I don't know in what scenario you can jump out of a plane and avoid being killed in a crash. Not saying it can happen. I'm just saying, I need to see some footage.
All right.
The Boeing 787 plane crashed into a neighborhood in the area. As much as I hate flying, and I'll get back into a couple of people died. As much as and it's about me now.
Okay.
As much as I hate flying, it is my fear that I'm going to be killed by a falling plane. My house in Carrollwood is one of the runways. I don't know, Drew, I swear to God, one of the runways is my house is in the path.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, an engine's gonna fall and it's gonna crush me. I also, when I'm going, and I don't know about you, and Kevin used to say, what the hell do you think is gonna happen? Well, I've seen footage of things happen. When I'm on 275 headed towards the Veterans and you go under that underpass.
That plane's right there,
those
dude.
planes are right there.
Yeah.
And don't act like in New York, there was a plane that took off and then ended up going into, I think it was the Potomac.
The Hudson.
And the Hudson. And no, not that one.
Oh, not Sully?
No, not Sully. This was one that clipped, the wheels clipped a car and took a guy's head off as it dove into the water over the bridge. It happens, people. It happens. I will either speed up or I will slow down to try and give that plane a chance to fly over. I don't want a plane flying over me.
My parents live out by the Orlando International Airport, and my dad flew a lot for business. And I would take a tennis ball he would tell us like what his plane was at one time.
Right.
And I would throw it up in the air, and he would tell me that he could see it. But
why? According to the AP, a video on social media showed the jet slowly descending as if it were landing. As soon as it disappeared out of view behind rows of houses, a large fireball filled the sky. I will tell you, in one of the air disasters that I have seen, and this was a plane, I think it was Air Avianca. It had to keep circling somewhere in New York, and finally it ran out of fuel. And this is what happens when a plane runs out of fuel. It's like flying, but it falls flat. And this plane didn't run out of fuel, but it just falls. It doesn't break apart.
No?
Nope. It falls flat, slowly and silently. And they show it just falls, and then it hits the ground. Then it breaks apart into a large fireball.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. Images from the crash also show the tail cone of the aircraft with damaged stabilizer fins still attached to it, lodged near the top of the buildings. It said 240 plus people so far. The Ahmadabad Civil Hospital. You heard me. The Ahmadabad.
Oh.
Ahmadabad Civil Hospital.
Are you trying to sing Kid Rock's Ba with the Ba? Is that what's going on here?
Ahmadabad. You know what? It's very
the
close.
dang, diggy,
It's very
diggy.
close. Drew, people have died.
Sorry.
He did a
They won't be
civil
up jumping the boogie any longer.
No, they will not. Received 186 bodies of passengers. And a lone survivor of the crash as Vishwashkumar Ramesh. He was disoriented with multiple injuries all over his body, but he seems to be out of danger. I heard you talking about it. You said you're that guy, you never have a good night's sleep. Is that what you said?
Well, yeah, it goes one of two ways. Either you wake up every day so thankful that you made it, or you're so racked with guilt, your life is never the same ever again because you walked away from a crash that killed 200 people.
I hear a lot of people talk about survivor's remorse, and I can't imagine ever having that. You know, it's like getting bitten by a shark. I can't ever imagine because I'm going to be nowhere near the water.
So the only thing I can equate it to is my own life. There is, I don't want to call it guilt, but when I hear of someone who fought cancer and lost the battle, I do have a little bit of like, why did I make it and they didn't?
Well, I get that. Well, that's sympathy.
Okay.
That's what that is. That's a, I mean.
Even if I think they probably deserve to die?
No, but
okay.
I mean, if you're
if
you're in a plane crash, you don't have to wonder why didn't they make it. You know why they didn't make the plane crash.
But one dude lived.
Hey, man,
seat 11A.
That's that right seat.
Damn.
All right. Now, as horrific as that was, would you rather be on that flight, that plane, or this one? Passengers stuck on a 32-hour flight that ended up back where they started. 3-2, Drew, 3-2.
Oh.
A Condor flight that was headed from Switzerland to Greece made 5 stops, which included a layover before ultimately landing back at its starting point. The flight was supposed to last just 3 hours, but instead took 32 hours. During a layover in Thessaloniki, Greece, passengers allegedly had to foot the bill for their own hotel.
Oh, my God, dude.
There were approximately 137 passengers and 6 crew members on board. The flight departed 30 minutes late, according to the New York Post, but other than the delay, the trip appeared to have no other issues until it came time to land. What they are saying is Condor Airlines told People magazine that strong winds were the culprit that led to the long trip. The pilots attempted to land several times in Crete and even made pit stops, including a layover in Thessaloniki, the second largest city in Greece, before ultimately returning to Zurich. Passengers were allegedly only given water, and during the layover in Thessaloniki, passengers were forced to foot the bill for their own accommodations. There you go, right there.
You know what they say, Chobani lies over the ocean.
Yeah.
It's like Greek yogurt, Mo.
I understand.
It's Greek, Mo.
Yeah. It's not a bad yogurt, as a matter of fact.
I eat it every morning, non-fat.
Apparently, the storms in the Bay Area were a lot worse than I guess I was getting in Carewood. I mean, we got some rain. We got steady rain.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of streets, well, I mean, it takes, 5 seconds of rain to flood, South Tampa. But a lot of streets were flooded. A lot of people were without electricity.
Last night?
Yeah, there's
damn.
stories. And a Tampa woman's roof caves in over her bed after the storm. 2 or 3 more seconds, she said, and it would have hit me. Dateline Tampa, Cora Butler said she was going to bed in her apartment and noticed half the mattress was wet along with her covers. My daughter came in from work and she took all the covers and stuff off and put some more on there, and she was trying to see where the leak was coming from, probably above the bed.
Yeah,
Butler
good guess.
says her daughter then noticed that a nearby windowsill and the carpet behind the bed were also wet. I called the landlord. They came and someone went in there and vacuumed it up. That was it.
That's
A
nice.
while later, however, she noticed a crack in the ceiling, and then boom, as she told her mother to move.
Damn, I knew they were bad, and it was pretty bad out in that Carrollwood area. We went to Esposito's last night, but I didn't know it was like roof caving in bad.
What'd you think of Esposito's?
It was fine. It's fine.
You like Italian, right?
I love Italian.
What'd you have?
Grouper.
I'm sorry. Let me get this straight.
My baby mama had butternut squash ravioli. I had some of that. It was good.
Okay.
Xander had the lobster ravioli.
That lobster rav is good.
It's good. It's fine. It's
Why grouper? Drew?
I'm just on a seafood kick. I'm not eating a lot of chicken or beef.
Okay.
I'm eating a lot of and pasta doesn't agree with what I'm trying to do.
I understand that.
Fitness wise,
I would because Esposito's 5 minutes away from me. I've been there numerous times.
Yeah.
I love it. You want to stay away from the grandma's feast if you're trying to do what we're trying to do. Although
Yeah.
there is a lot of protein on there.
There is, but there's also rigatoni. That was very tempting to me. Believe me, that grandma's Sunday gravy feast was speaking.
Yeah,
to me.
it's really, if you have control.
I don't.
It's okay. Well, it's 3 meals.
Okay,
it's 3 meals if you have control.
I do not.
I would have suggested to you the whole. I'm not sure. I think it's red snapper. It's the whole fish.
Oh, a sea bass. Yeah,
sea bass,
crispy.
I've gotten that 7-8 times. It is delicious. Always.
I'll go back.
There you go. All right. Yeah. Definitely.
A little pricey.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
$47.95 for an osso buco. That's aggressive.
Is that what you call it, aggressive?
That's an aggressive price. That's all. I didn't get it. It's veal ossobuco, not pork.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, isn't veal pricey anywhere?
I guess I don't need it.
Yeah,
but I would have if it was.
Yeah, I got $37.95.
Yeah,
Peaches, the famed Hurricane Idalia flamingo, turns up in Mexico after disappearing from the Bay Area. I don't know how many people are interested in this, but strong winds blew a flock of flamingos to Tampa Bay in 2023. Peaches went missing, but now he's been found in Mexico.
How do they know it was that flamingo?
They probably.
Tagged him?
Well, no, because then they would have known where it was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I would imagine that he fled because they named the guy Peaches.
Yeah.
He was last spotted in 2023 near Fort DeSoto, and then he disappeared for the next year and a half. His whereabouts were unknown. As Wraithmel with Audubon, Florida explained, bird tagging helps conservationists better understand bird migration patterns and whether rehab birds live long lives, but doing so is dependent on the tagged bird coming in contact with a human again. So there you are. And the human reporting the tag number. So that's how they did it right there. So, yeah, somebody finally said, hey, man, I think I got your flamingo if you're looking for one. Wesley Chapel Bread Company caters to people with allergies. Purely Park Sourdough is a family-owned bread company in Wesley Chapel. The idea for the company came when the owners welcomed their twin girls in 2022. One was born with severe allergies. You can find the company at markets around the Tampa Bay area. They want to provide the community a bread we would eat ourselves, but also is a good alternative for people with health issues, says owner and baker Kimberly Park. Give a little shout-out to a local business there. I have read, as my quest to lose weight intensifies, that one of the best, healthiest, especially if you're being carb conscious, bread you can do with sourdough.
I've heard that too.
And I am on the kick now where when I go to Publix, not every time because I've figured out how to make it last, I will, or you go to where they're, the deli, not the deli, the bakery.
Right.
Say, hey, can I have a loaf of fresh sourdough bread? They'll say, would you like it sliced? They'll slice it there. You wrap it. You put it in the freezer. You pull out 15 seconds, and it is as fresh as it was when they cut it.
This is good info.
It is. It's fantastic because you think, okay, you're freezing it. And I did the research. I looked it up. They said if you freeze sourdough bread immediately, once you pull it out, it will retain every benefit that it had prior to going into the freezer, as well as the taste, and they're not wrong. I mean, obviously, if you keep it in there 4 months, 3-4 months, there might be some taste factor.
Sure.
But dude, yes, never get it. If look down and you see it and it's already prepackaged out, they're constantly making it. So I was like, give me one of them fresh loaves.
Hell yeah,
bruh.
And they'll slice your challah too. I know that.
They will.
Oh, yeah.
Did we talk about Bonnaroo streaming live on Hulu? Well, you can watch Olivia Rodrigo, Tyler, the Creator, Hosier. I don't think there's anybody here that you're interested in. You can catch all of the best sets from the fest if you sign up for a Hulu account. If you can't make it, of course, to Tennessee this weekend, that is going down. Have you ever been to a Bonnaroo?
I've not. I've been very tempted. They get a great lineup every year.
Let me give you a little bit more. I gave you Rodrigo, Tyler, the Creator, Luke Combs, Hosier, Vampire Weekend, Justice, Queens of the Stone Age. Really? No.
They're okay, but none of them's going to make me go to Tennessee.
You know what? And I think Queens of the Stone Age is one of those bands that people go, yeah, I love them to sound cool. You can name one song by them. Josh Homme, I respect what they do.
Burn the Witch.
Burn the Witch.
That's it. And then that No One Knows.
That one, but go with the flow. That's the biggest one.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, now I know it. Thank you.
Okay, I thought
Josh Homme seems like a real douchebag.
Really? I was going to say he seems really cool.
He reminds me of Craig Kilborn, and I think Craig Kilborn is probably a douchebag. So maybe that's why I
agree with that. Avril Lavigne?
Shite.
Glass Animals?
Oh, my God. Oh, we've got tickets to give away, so I can't say anything.
Okay, yeah.
They're great.
There you go, right there.
Yeah.
All right, so there you go, Bonnaroo right there. And finally, R.I.P. We talked about this yesterday, though I don't know that we did it on air. And I didn't remember who she was until I saw her. Ananda Lewis, the former MTV VJ, died sadly at 52. She was battling stage 4 breast cancer, diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer in 2020 before it progressed to stage 4 in 2024.
Dude, she opted not to get the double mastectomy and went for homeopathic method.
Oh, wait, okay, now, wait.
Yeah.
Oh.
I read up on it. And look, everybody travels their cancer journey differently.
Right.
No one should judge anyone else, but they went to her and said, we could do a double mastectomy and it'll nip this in the bud. And she said, no, I'm going to try to beat it by homeopathic means. And she happened to pass tragically on the day I think her son graduated high school or middle school.
Like weeks after she had posted a video about her journey. You really can't talk and or judge somebody's choices, as you say. Rest in peace.
Ananda.
And that's a Mo Betta.
Yeah. Thanks, Mo. Hello there. Welcome to the Mo Betta News.
What's up?
Hi.
Bills. How you doing?
Good. What's up, dude?
Hey, well, my grandson's going to turn 14 tomorrow, and I'm bringing him out to shoot the machine guns with Mo on Saturday.
There you go.
His name's Nikolai. I wanted to introduce him to you.
Oh, that'd be great. Oh, that's awesome radio. Thank you very much.
12-2.
Perfect.
See you then.
Where is he?
I'm here.
I thought you were introducing him now. Is he with you now, the 14-year-old kid, or are you going to introduce him on Saturday?
No, he's watching his 11-year-old brother. I'm out door dashing and trying to make a living.
Dude, I hope people ratchet up your tips for like 35, 40% in this weather, man. Do you get better tips in the rain like this? Please tell me yes.
I did yesterday, yeah. That's the first time I've really run in the rainy weather.
Good for you, man.
I've been doing it about 4 months.
What kind of music your 14-year-old listen to, sir?
He listens to, he was brought up, I asked him a song the other day. It was Ozzy Osbourne. He was brought up right off school, but he listens to whatever they listen to on TikTok and Instagram and all that stuff.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to tell Mike Olivero to get a pair of concert tickets that your 14-year-old kid would want to go to and stash them away with the promo people for Mo out on Saturday at All American Gunslinger so that you can take your kid to a concert because you're a hardworking dad.
Yes.
And we appreciate you, my man.
Make sure you say hey, and I'll have something for you.
Hey, I appreciate it, man.
Of course, man.
Very much. I listen to you guys every day.
Thank you, buddy, and good job on you for earning that money for your kid. I know kids ain't cheap.
Yeah. Can I ask you what's the worst part of driving for DoorDash? What's the worst part?
Averaging about $15, $16 an hour.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. But, at least you get to have a car as an office.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it'd have been a great job. I'm 62. It'd have been a great job when I was 16, but oh well.
Yeah. Hey, dude, listen, you're doing a great thing to put money on your family's table and go out and see Mo on Saturday, all right?
I definitely will. Thanks, sir.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Good talk.
Man, it'd have been a great job if I was 16. How many people say that?
I know. I couldn't have done this job at 16. Sometimes I think about the fact that I was hosting my own talk show at 28 years old, and I'm like, what?
Sure.
What kind of life experience did I have at 28?
Right. What the hell do you know?
Hey, call me now and talk about The Simpsons, smoking weed, and rap music.
Look how far I've come. Coming up next, The Simpsons, weed, and rap music. No, I have a game that centers around another iconic film that was released today in history about an archaeologist by the name of Dr. Jones. 800-771-1025 if you'd like to jump on board. You don't need me to tell you right now that if your roof has holes in it, your floor's getting wet right now. You could have stopped that from happening by simply going to universalroof.com. That's Universal Roof and Contracting's website. And what they want to do is make sure that your belongings stay dry, your family stays safe, and that they do complete and utter satisfactory work on your home. To Universal Roof and Contracting, and building and installing a roof, way more than just a job. It's a family tradition. 21 years ago, when Hurricane Charlie ripped through Central Florida, did some damage to my roof, I got with my friend Jared, and he said, I got this new roofing company that me and my dad started. I'd like to earn your business. I said, Jared, get up on my roof. Let's see what you can do. 21 years later, it blows my mind that I'm still able to talk about this company that Jared and his dad started, family-owned, veteran-owned. They're awesome. The difference between Universal and every other roof company out there, they've got over 50 years of roof and construction experience. UniversalRoof.com for your complimentary roof inspection for Universal Roof and Contracting.
You're listening to Drew Garabo live on 102.5 The Bone. Stream Real Raw Radio live. Anytime on the free 102.5 The Bone app. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
Thunderstorms rolling in, causing a hot mess right now on the interstates. My best advice for you, if you do not need to be on the roads, just stay home. But for everybody else that is out on the roads, if you are heading down south, just to let you know, I-75 South, right at the Valroy Road exit, we do have a traffic crash right there that does have the two left lanes blocked. Also, I-75 South at I-4, we still have a traffic crash there blocking the left lane. Now, stop and go traffic on Howard Franklin Bridge heading towards Tampa. Other bridges are still looking good, running up to speed and accident-free. I'm Ashley with traffic.
Brought to you by Universal Roof and Contracting. Get 15% off roof repairs or replacement and monthly payments as low as $115 a month. Check them out before rainy season at universalroof.com.
Hey, did you hear the Furman Chevrolet of Brandon Summer Savings event is going on right now? Sounds like a perfect time for a new car to me. You know, Furman Chevy Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 Chevy dealer. They've got Tampa Bay's largest new Chevy inventory to choose from, tariff-free. And Brad Wise and my friends at Furman Chevy Brandon do business the right way. No surprise dealer installed options you're forced to buy, no inflated market adjustments. Go see why they're Tampa Bay's #1 Chevy dealer and Chevrolet's Dealer of the Year. And together, let's drive. Visit them today on Automo Drive in Brandon or online anytime at FurmanChevy.com.
Hi, I'm attorney Fran Hosh. Being involved in a car or motorcycle accident can be stressful. I've dedicated my career to helping accident victims and their loved ones. If you need an attorney you can trust, give me a call today at 866-LAW-FRAN. We will give you a free case evaluation and won't charge you any fees unless you recover money. Give me a call today at 866-LAW-FRAN, 866-LAW-FRAN, or visit me online at lawfran.com. Main office, Palm Harbor.
Summer's heating up, and so are the nights. Cool off and turn up the heat at XTC Supercenters and Planet X, Tampa Bay's ultimate adult playgrounds. From beach-ready lingerie to toys that'll make your summer sizzle, we've got everything you need to spice things up, with or without air conditioning. Whether you're planning a hot date, a wild weekend, or just treating yourself, our shelves are fully stocked, and our deals are hotter than Florida asphalt. So slide into XTC Supercenters and Planet X. Multiple locations across Tampa Bay. Open late. Must be 18 or older. Hydration not included. Bring your own water bottle.
This is a cat named Mo from Drew Garabo Live. Prime time, baby. I am the first Mo, but there is a second Mo, and he is the Mo that will help you if you need a personal injury attorney. It's Tampa attorney Mo DeWitt. Here he is to say one word because I've used up all the time.
Hi.
That's it. You got one word. Don't he sound sexy? 800, call Mo with an E. Injured on the go, just call Mo.
Non-attorney spokesperson, offices Tampa.
That's Mo with an E.
The bigger, better, faster summer event is on at Jerry Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Get deals on over 1,000 vehicles in stock during the Employee Pricing Plus event. Save up to $15,000 on new 2025 models, and your first 3 payments are on us. And don't forget to visit our website and enter for your chance to win a new Ram 1500. It's all happening at the #1 Ram dealer in the U.S., Jerry Ohm. Tampa is Ohm Country. Online at jerryohm.com. Call 1-800-840-0798 for complete details.
Chloe loves softball. Cancer tried to stop her twice. Now she's a force on and off the field. We believe in Chloe's dream because we share it. Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital. All we do, all for kids.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
John Setting here. Are you ready to win $15,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows? Well, pick up your phone right now and text the word TRUST to 20129. That's TRUST to 20129.
Market volatility isn't slowing down. If you're nearing retirement, now is not the time to wait and see. Every day of uncertainty can put your future at risk. It's time to diversify. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and I want you to know you can create certainty, locking in guaranteed income for life. This means predictable, stable cash flow, even in turbulent times. You've worked too hard to leave your retirement to chance. Right now, there are options to receive up to 30% upfront or annual growth of up to 10% for retirement income. That's up to $30,000 upfront or up to $10,000 per year on $100,000, all guaranteed for retirement income. Don't wait. Call Trajan today at 813-550-1000. That's 813-550-1000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. Any examples provided are hypothetical. Annuities are issued with prospectus and sales brochures and should be reviewed carefully before funding as features and benefits vary. DBA in most states as Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
People are loving what's happening now at IDC. Free financing till the year 2030. That's right. Now for a limited time, you can get the lowest finance rates in America. 0% for 5 whole years on just about every piece of jewelry in our showroom. So you can get that $8,000 engagement ring and pay just $134 a month. Or that $4,000 pair of diamond stud earrings, just $67 a month. International Diamond Center makes it happen with this incredible limited time offer. Just pick any item and spread your payments over 5 years without paying a dime in interest. Rings, earrings, bands, bracelets, designer jewelry, colored gemstones, even certified diamonds are included. Whether your budget is $2,000 or $200,000, this is the smartest way to buy. Hurry in to take advantage of this once-a-year event. 0% financing rates till 2030, store-wide, only at International Diamond Center in Tampa, Clearwater, Lakeland, and Sarasota. Excludes Rolex. Details and more at shopidc.com on approved credit.
If you are 50 or older, it is recommended that you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia, a potentially serious bacterial lung disease that can disrupt your life for weeks. If you're an adult 19 to 49 with certain underlying medical conditions like asthma, diabetes, chronic heart disease, or COPD, vaccination is also recommended. Talk to your doctor about vaccination today and learn more at lung.org/protect yourself. Furnished by the American Lung Association in collaboration with Pfizer.
If you need to hire, you know it takes time. Well, what if you could meet with qualified candidates the very next day? Now you can with Zip Intro from ZipRecruiter. You simply pick a time and it does all the work of finding and scheduling qualified candidates for you. Then you choose who you want to talk to and meet with great people on back-to-back video calls as soon as the next day.
Try Zip Intro for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. Zip Intro. Post jobs today. Talk to qualified candidates tomorrow.
This Saturday, join the Myco Radio Show live from Sun Toyota on US 19 in Holiday from noon to 2 p.m. and get your summer grilling on. Every vehicle purchase comes with a free grill or smoker. Plus, you can win tons of prizes. If you've been waiting for the best time to buy, it's now. We'll see you there.
When it really matters, choose Farah and Farah. Here for you, here for good. Tampa.
Now, a weather update from the Sun Toyota Weather Center.
Sun Toyota.com.
I'm
Fox 13 Chief Meteorologist Paul Delgado. Another busy evening underway. Showers and thunder showers gradually ending overnight. Some rain heavy. Low temperatures in the mid-70s. Coming up on Friday, a repeat. Showers and thunder showers in the afternoon. High temperatures in the low 90s.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine. Accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Now, back to Drew Garabo Live.
I want surprises.
I want surprises, Mo, and one of the things that surprises me is that I can get a delicious tasting beer with 0 calories.
Oh, you must be talking about Mick Ultra Zero.
No, actually.
Listen, you know what I'm saying? Stop making me laugh. What's exciting about a non-alcoholic beer? I'm glad you asked me that. Do you find being fit and happy exciting? I do. I am now down, Drew, to 200 pounds. First time probably since my teens. And that's because I'm drinking a non-alcoholic beer with only 29 calories, 6.5 carbs, and all the great taste of its counterpart, Mick Ultra, which makes it that much easier to do. Right now, it's a lifestyle alteration for me as I'm trying to reach a weight goal. A lot of you are trying to reach goals. Some of your goals may be just to keep your job. And if that's the case and you need to stop drinking alcohol because of that, but you like the great taste of alcohol, the Mick Ultra Zero, that is the beer for you. Trust me, I've tried all of the non-alcoholic beers as I had to stop drinking. I didn't have to. I decided to when my wife was pregnant and she could not drink. I said, well, I don't want to be drinking alone. I'm not that guy. And then I would do it at the bar. But at home, I would drink a non-alcoholic beer. That sucked because Mick Ultra Zero wasn't out yet. It is out now. You can go to Publix, Winn-Dixie, Walmart, or enjoy it at Thomas P's, Black Rock, Ferg's, One Night Stand, Tiki Temp, as well as other places. I cannot think of one reason, 0, why you should not be trying Mick Ultra Zero.
0. All right. I am a huge fan of things that happen on a certain day in history. Today in history. And if you would like to play our audio game, 800-771-1025. Today in history, another iconic film of the 1980s was released. June 12th, 1981. The first Indiana Jones movie, Raiders of the Lost Ark, was released. Wouldn't it be cool if they did like a Star Wars metaverse thing where somehow Indiana Jones was Han Solo? Like, I don't know how you do it.
Oh, that'd be hard.
It'd be really
cool.
difficult.
It would be. Well, now you can't because
he's
alive. But
he's alive. But the only thing he can play is a psychiatrist with Parkinson's.
Yes,
because he's got Parkinson's.
Wait, who? Harrison Ford?
Oh yeah, shrinking.
Really?
Oh yeah.
When was this diagnosed?
Well, I mean, in the show. What season are you on?
Oh no, in Shrinking.
Oh yeah.
I don't watch Shrinking.
Oh.
What the hell is Shrinking?
Oh.
Harrison Ford's in a series?
Oh, yeah. Harrison Ford and Jason Segel on Apple TV.
No, never heard of it.
What?
No, first time hearing of it.
Jason Segel is a messed up therapist, and Harrison Ford is like his mentor. They share a practice together.
Right.
But Harrison Ford has Parkinson's, so he's losing his mind a little bit. And oh my God, it is. It's written by Brett Goldstein, who was on Ted Lasso. He was Roy Kent. He also helped write Ted Lasso. It is magnificent television.
So Shrinking, as in obviously a shrink therapist. Okay,
Yeah.
Is comedy drama?
Both dramedy.
Dramedy. Okay, all right.
So good.
I'll check it out.
Oh, it's so good. So Indiana Jones, introduced today to the world on Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Did you see it in the theaters? I did.
Oh, my God.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Oh, the week it came out.
Yes.
So great. And I have here a game, an audio game, that you'll be playing along with Maurice.
Oh.
It will be Dr. Jones or Game of Thrones. I'll be playing you an audio clip. It either comes from an Indiana Jones movie, could be Raiders of the Lost Ark, could be Last Crusade, could be Temple of Doom, not going to be Crystal Skull. or a
Don't
Game
forget
of
the other
Thrones
one.
episode. What other one?
There was a fifth one.
What?
After Crystal Skulls.
The hell you say?
Yeah, well, yeah, the one, yeah, where they kind of digitally re-enhanced him to be young. Yes, there was a fifth Indiana Jones.
Oh yeah, the young Indiana Jones.
No, not the young Indiana Jones. This was Harrison Ford.
What?
I can't remember the name.
Oh my God, the Dial of
Destiny.
Oh,
exactly.
gross. Hello, who are you? I did not know.
Hey, it's Levi.
Hey, what's going on, Levi? I learned something new.
It's been a while. How are you guys doing?
It's been a while. Good, man. How about you?
I'm good. I'm ready to see you guys at the Beach Bash, and I'm ready to play this game.
Hell yeah, July 18th. Can't wait to see you at the Beach Bash.
Yes.
Sponsored by Neutral. You got Cutwater Karaoke with Garabo. You got Settings Pool Party. You got Pitbull Toddler. Anything you want, you're going to find it at the Beach Bash, including a bunch of Wasted Bone employees. All right. Hang on one second. All right. Maurice will tell you if this is Jones or Thrones, Levi. You will agree or disagree. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Maurice, are you ready?
Come on, man.
He's born ready.
Movie.
And pretty. Here we go.
I thought the stories were told to frighten children. Later, I learned the Thuggy cult was once real.
Maurice, is that Dr. Jones or Game of Thrones?
Oh, man, there was no thuggy cult in Game of Thrones. Wasn't even thugs back then. That's got to be Dr. Jones.
Levi, he says Dr. Jones. Do you agree or disagree?
That sounds like some 80s soundbite, so I'm going to go Dr. Jones and agree with him.
I thought the stories were told to frighten children. Later, I learned the Thuggy cult was once real.
That is from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, which makes it Dr. Jones. It's the scene at that the palace, the Pankot Palace, where they're all getting together and eating the snakes and the bugs and whatnot. And that little kid who's like somehow the Sultan speaks up. Here you go. Your next one.
And there explains why I did not watch Game of Thrones, because I did not have time to go through a bunch of gibberish. There you go. That's Game of Thrones.
He says Game of Thrones. Levi, do you agree or disagree?
I'm going to have to, I'm not sure at all, so I'm just going to agree with Mo.
You're right to do it. Woo! Khal Drogo from Game of Thrones. Finally.
Thanks, Mo.
You're welcome.
See if you can get 3 in a row.
Kalimar. Now, there was some gibberish I could get behind. Oh, yes. That's an old school Temple of Doom just before the heart got ripped out. That's Dr. Jones.
You agree or disagree?
I agree. I think that's the scene where the dude turns into an old man.
I work alone.
Yeah, just let the professionals work, Levi. That was definitely Dr. Jones, but yeah, Kalima when he rips the dude's heart right out of his chest.
Yeah.
All right, since you got 3 in a row, let's see if you can keep it going and run the table, Levi. What about this one, Maurice?
Thank you, my friend, but I think we're all very comfortable up here. That's right, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. If I'm not mistaken, that was just as Indy got thrown into the snake pit, and that was the Frenchman that was about to waller out his girlfriend. That's Dr. Jones.
Do you agree or disagree, Levi?
I agree.
Yeah, it's a good move, and that was indeed the Frenchman. Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes, Maurice?
What was the hesitation with the agree? As if I've been wrong.
Yeah, I don't know why he would hesitate.
Don't give this guy nothing.
All right. Dr. Jones or Game of Thrones? Here's your next clip.
I wish to confess.
You wish to confess?
That's got to be Game of Thrones.
He says Game of Thrones. Levi, do you agree or disagree?
Yeah, I could kind of hear the music behind it. It sounded very Game of Thrones-ish.
Plus
so I'm going to go Game of Thrones.
Eat a dick. Why don't you get in here early and pull clips, you scumbag? All right? I couldn't friggin' release Rahman Dwani's goddamn Game of Thrones freaking music, all right? I'm sorry. I'm a little sensitive. Yeah, that's correct. Here is your next clip. Jones or Thrones?
Your fire is dying here. Why don't you tell me where the piece is right now?
Oh, that was when that Peter Lorre bug-eyed MF. Why are you giving me the double birds? Because I got it right. That's Raiders of the Lost Ark. Come on, man.
Agree or disagree, Levi?
Oh, yeah, 100% agree.
Yes, it's where they go to burn down Marion's goddamn bar. Here's your next clip.
Pindas lusa sertida.
Satida.
This is done.
I need to hear that one again.
Pindas lusa sertida.
Satida.
This is done.
Oh, that's going to be Game of Thrones all day, every day.
He says Game of Thrones all day, every day. What do you think?
It's Game of Thrones.
I see you speak Dothraki as well. Yes, that's Daenerys Targaryen when she was about to burn the whole damn thing down. Your next clip.
Thousands of men don't need to die. Only one of us.
Ooh, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
One more time, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Thousands of men don't need to die. Only one of us.
Thousands of men. I don't remember any of the indie series where thousands would die, so therefore I'm going to go with Game of Thrones.
Interesting. He says Game of Thrones, Levi. Agree or disagree?
Game of Thrones.
Aren't you both so smart? Jon Snow. Jon Snow, Game of Thrones.
Leave one wolf alive, and the sheep are never safe.
That's sage advice.
It is.
That's coming from Game of Thrones right there.
Game of Thrones. Agree or disagree, Levi?
Yeah, I agree with Mo.
Yeah, that's right. That is, I believe it was Arya as the wolf.
This is an easy game.
You're a dick, all right?
Yeah, don't get mad at us because we running the table.
5 years ago, I would have gone after it myself. I'm really rather envious. 5 years ago, I would have gone after it myself. I'm really rather envious.
Yeah, that was the nerd professor archaeologist that never did what Indy did, and that's why he was quite envious.
His name's Marcus. Agree or disagree?
I agree.
Here's your last clip.
I was chosen because I was the bravest, the most worthy.
Gosh, could be anything.
That one could, but it's Game of Thrones.
Do you agree or disagree?
I agree with Mo.
It's the Holy Grail scene in the Temple of Doom!
Oh, no.
I mean, Last Crusade.
Is it really?
You smarmy pricks.
I was chosen because I was the bravest, the most worthy.
Damn it. That was that stupid, stupid
the night guy who was just lonely waiting for someone to come. You still win a prize, Levi, but I will at least leave here with some of my pride intact.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, yeah. Whew. What an exhilarating game. Levi, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Hang on one second. I'm going to get your information.
Exhilarating? You insulted us throughout the entire thing.
That was the exhilarating part. Hold on one second. Thank you, Maurice.
You're welcome, Drew.
Everybody drive safe. Don't die. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 with John's Joints and then 4 with Maurice. Stick around for the Best of Mike Calta show and then catch the live in-person real thing tomorrow morning at 6. After that, Johnny B hosts the Mike Calta after show. JP after that, Sunny show. And then us. Good night. Love is love.
You're listening to Drew Garabo live on 102.5 The Bone. We are Real Raw Radio. 102.5 The Bone. Breaking summer news. All the rooms at the Sky Beach Resort for the Bone Summer Beach Bash are completely sold out. But good news, you can still come out and party for free. Neutral presents the Bone Summer Beach Bash. An entire weekend of awesome events and hanging out with all your favorite people from the Bone. Plus, it's absolutely free to get in. It's all happening July 18th through the 20th at the beautiful Sky Beach Resort in St. Pete, a bayfront oasis with a private beach at the southernmost tip of St. Petersburg in the Skyway District. No matter what you do, don't miss the Bone Summer Beach Bash, presented by Neutral and 102.5 The Bone. Real, raw summer. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
Thunderstorms rolling in, causing a hot mess right now on the interstates. My best advice for you, if you do not need to be on the roads, just stay home. But for everybody else that is out on the roads, if you are heading down south, just to let you know, I-75 South, right at the Valroy Road exit, we do have a traffic crash right there that does have the 2 left lanes blocked. Also, I-75 South at I-4, we still have a traffic crash there blocking the left lane. Now, stop and go traffic traffic on Howard Franklin Bridge heading towards Tampa. Other bridges are still looking good, running up to speed and accident-free. I'm Ashley with traffic.
Save time and money with mobile service at Jerry Ohm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. They come to you and perform on-site simple repairs or routine maintenance. Schedule mobile service with Jerry Ohm today. Online at jerryohm.com. Tampa is Ohm country. See dealer for complete details.
There's no such thing as a fender bender when it comes to motorcycle accidents.
More than 80% of crashes result in catastrophic injuries. Injuries that require experienced attorneys ready to fight for you. We are, and we will.
Farah and Farah, Tampa.
School is back in session, but it's time to trade that number 2 pencil for a torque wrench, that protractor for a rivet gun, and that classroom for an airplane hangar. At National Aviation Academy, you can learn to work on and maintain aircraft in as little as 14 months. Call 800-659-2080 or visit wingmenwanted.com. Apply now. Visit wingmenwanted.com. For more information about our statistics, visit naa.edu/consumer-information.
If you're new to sports betting, Hard Rock Bet has the perfect way for you to get started. Right now, new customers that bet $5 get $150 in bonus bets instantly. That's right, $150 to use like cash on your next bets. NHL, NBA, WNBA, Major League Baseball, golf, and so much more. All you need to do is download the Hard Rock Bet app or simply go to hardrock.bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Call 888 admit it.
Let me tell you one of the reasons I think we became the largest injury firm in the world, and it's not even close. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. My wife and I had a plan early on. In our firm, our lawyers only work on certain types of cases. Our products liability and dangerous drug lawyers only work on those cases. Same for car crashes, workers' compensation, medical malpractice, and insurance disputes. Our thinking is for these lawyers to focus on one area of the law and live it and breathe it. Power comes from knowledge. Many lawyers do everything, jack of all trades. Not us. And we don't charge an hourly rate. You only pay us if we win. If you want to hire us, it's easy. Dial Pound Law on your cell phone, pound 529, or visit forthepeople.com on your phone or computer from the comfort of your own home. Let us get to work for you. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
You got leaky pipes, cold showers? Well, no problem. Hawkins Service Co. has plumbing deals that'll make your wallet smile. Get $250 off when you install a tank or tankless water heater, $100 off a water conditioning system, and they're waiving the service fee with any plumbing repair. Do you need more? How about $49 drain cleaning or $500 off a whole home repipe? But hurry, these deals will flush away after June 30th. Give them a call today, 813-445-8209, or visit them online at hawkinsserviceco.com. Hawkins, one call, handles it all.
Have you ever taken your family to dinner and been shocked at how expensive the bill was? Or gone to the doctor and been surprised by a large bill that was sent to you later in the mail? There is over $22 trillion in U.S. tax-deferred retirement accounts like the IRA and 401k. So do you know how much you will owe in taxes on those accounts in the future? Hi, I'm Rebecca Walser, principal of Walser Wealth Management and a tax attorney. And right now, I want you to think about how much you've saved in your own deferred retirement accounts, whether it's $250,000 or more. Guess what? That is not all of your money. You will have to pay those taxes in retirement as you withdraw it when you have no income. At Walser Wealth, we created a retirement tax bill calculator to show you what you will pay in future taxes on your accounts, and it's free for you to use. Go to mytaxtest.com. Knowledge is only power when it's followed by action. Knowing your future taxes, we can show you strategies that might help you lower them and lower your tax burden overall in the future. For now, use our free tax calculator, mytaxtest.com, mytaxtest.com.
The heat is on, and when the heat is on, your AC is on. And when the AC is on, your money is gone. But Solar Bear has a better way to cool down your bills. Go solar now and get 12 months with zero power payments. That's a full year of energy on the house, literally and figuratively. Solar Bear is Florida's trusted solar company, locally owned, going 10 years strong and backed by thousands of 5-star reviews. Stop letting the power company cash in on your summer, and more importantly, stop renting your power from the power companies. Call Solar Bear or visit solar polarbear.com and own your power before prices rise again.
This is David Singa of the Singa Law Group. My wife Shafia and I have been practicing law since 1997. We are a small family-owned firm in the Tampa Bay area. When someone calls our office for advice and wants to speak to a lawyer, you speak to one of us. If you or someone you know has been injured in an accident and would like to speak to me, please call me for a free consultation at 813-840-1111 or go to flacrash.com. If you call and I'm not available, leave your name and phone number and I will call you back. The Singa Law Group, main office, St. Pete.
It's Jeff Jr. from Trajan Wealth, and I've got something important to talk to you about, your 401k. If you have changed jobs, there are two very important considerations. You don't want to leave your 401k behind, and you don't want to roll it over into your new company plan without consulting Trajan Wealth first. 401ks will often have limited investments or age-based options. Since companies have to make choices to suit all employees, they may not be suited to you, which could cost you fees and money. When you roll over your 401k into an IRA, you not only keep your money growing tax deferred, but you also gain access to a world of investment options specifically designed for you. Trajan Wealth and our fiduciary advisors have helped thousands, and we can do the same for you. Call Trajan today at 813-550-1000. That's 813-550-1000.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor.
Quitting tobacco isn't easy. The good news is, Tobacco Free Florida is here to help you quit your way. When you call Tobacco Free Florida's phone quit service, you'll receive one-on-one sessions with a coach who can help you on your quit journey. You may also qualify for free nicotine replacement therapy like patches, gum, or lozenges. Whatever your reason to quit is, Tobacco Free Florida can help you get started. Call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW.
Car accident? Take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 107.3 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio.
Please listen carefully.
This program was recorded at an earlier date and time. The content contained here may be out of date in context. Listener discretion is advised. 102.5 The Bone.
I'm about to whip somebody's ass. Oh, I'm about to whip somebody's ass. Oh, if you don't leave me alone, you're gonna have to send me home, 'cause I'm about to whip somebody's ass. All right.